And JJ Buck.
But yesterday, JJ told me things have changed. And he's right. He's right. We had a big conversation about LeBron being 0-4 for the first time since his rookie year 20 years ago. And how some of the better players, Brady, Rodgers are struggling, LeBron's struggling. Your icons, your stalwarts, your benchmarks in sports for the last 20 years. What'd you tell me? Jeff, things are changing.
Things are a-changing.
And they are. And now, for the first time in his career, 22 years, Tommy sits at 3-5. And that's not a good thing. It's the opening drive. Good Friday to you. The end of your work week, the beginning of your football week, the whatever it is to you. It's chilly, by the way. Good morning to you. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. How you living on a Friday?
What it do?
You all right after a big night last night?
We aight.
0-0 out at the soccer stadium. Lobo Soccer in San Diego State, a 0-0 draw. That results in a tie for the championship, the Mountain West Conference, correct? Lobos, San Jose State, and Wyoming will be the 1 seed going into the conference tournament next week?
That is correct.
All right, we'll get into that. Most of you watch the Ravens and the Buccaneers. Ravens 27, Buccaneers 22. Lamar Jackson threw for 238 yards and a couple of touchdowns, and he didn't have to run the ball, but the Buccaneers did. He only had 43 yards on the ground. Good for a quarterback, not named Lamar Jackson. But the Ravens ran for 231 yards, up and down on that vaunted Buccaneers defense. Bucks couldn't run the ball. Tommy threw for 325, and Tampa's in trouble. Now, they're in trouble simply because they're not very good, although nobody in their division is very good, JG. So I think they're going to probably end up being a playoff team and a 4 seed and probably be dangerous and figure it out by the time they get there. However, when you look at this team, they look like they've got a lot of problems offensively.
They do. They can't run the football. You look at what Tampa Bay did, 44 yards rushing. Lamar Jackson had 43 yards rushing by himself.
Yeah, their other quarterback.
Tampa Bay is a team that is just disjointed. Like the passing attack, like, okay, the passing attack is fine, but you can't run the football, and thus in the second half, Brady's uncomfortable. There's a lot of tight windows. There's a lot of receivers that are covered in big situations. They're not able to make the big-time play. And the second half exposed the biggest problem with the Buccaneers right now, and that is their defense. And missing 3 players in the secondary, Baltimore got back to just running the football, pounding it on the ground with Gus Edwards. Kenny Drake stepped up after Gus Edwards went down. Duvernay on the sweeps, and then Lamar was really good in the red zone. They got back to themselves in the second half, and Tampa Bay didn't have an answer for it.
It's a big deal. Now they may have Shaquille Barrett out for the season with an Achilles tendon. The Buccaneers feel on defense that they've lost maybe their best pass rusher, or certainly one of them, with an Achilles. They're 3-5, and really when you look at it, I understand that nobody in that division is very good, but nor are they. And you start saying, okay, there's no guarantees anymore. The guarantees were when they were playing against Pittsburgh. The guarantees were when they were playing against the Jets or whoever it is. They lost to Pittsburgh, the Falcons. No, they beat the Falcons. The Panthers, that was the guarantee. Next up, Rams. Guarantee? I don't think so. Seahawks? Hardly. No. Browns? So nothing. Tommy looks angry, frustrated, slower, missing passes. Now, it looks like he's frustrated and angry, like guys are running the wrong route. Him and Mike Evans were not on the same page all day, and I know Mike Evans put up numbers yesterday. I think he had, 123 yards on 6 catches, but he was targeted 11 times, and so many times the balls was behind him or somewhere else. And Tommy was looking at him like he was in the wrong place. You can see the frustration. Brady was sacked yesterday 3 times. Here's a record for you. You want a record of longevity? So we talk about, people tell me, oh, Drew Brees, he just, he got the most yards ever because he was around forever. And Tommy's been around 22 years. Tom Brady sacked yesterday for the 556th time in his career. That makes him the most sacked quarterback in the history of the National Football League.
Congratulations.
I mean, look, you take the bad with the good, right? I think
If you're
he'll take
around that long,
That's right. That's my
I think they have the most losses,
That's
the most
right.
interceptions.
That's right. Oh, and by the way, the most Super Bowl rings. So I think he'll say, "Yep, look at my 7 rings. Yeah, I've been on my ass 556 times." Yes, that is right. And how many touchdown passes? So I think he'll take that one. I don't know where the optimism is. And I told you at the beginning, this was a team that I wasn't as high as everybody else was on. It just didn't feel right to me. And they can't run the ball. I wasn't that high on Leonard Fournette, and I don't know if it's the offensive line or if it's him. They look disjointed offensively, and defensively they're not nearly the juggernaut that they probably were early in the season when we sat here and said, are they the best defense in the league, right? I mean, we talked about them being the best defense.
Well, they can't be
Yeah.
right now when
When they're that
3
beat up.
starters
Yeah.
are out.
Yeah.
You lose Shaquille Barrett.
Yeah.
Like you're not.
Yeah.
And what you said is the division gives them a chance, but they're one of the struggling teams in a struggling division. So you're just looking at, all right, who's going to make the less mistakes? And you assume that at some point in time it'd be Tom Brady and the Buccaneers, even with the challenges figuring it out,
But it might be Marcus Mariota and the Falcons.
where 8 weeks into the season.
Yep. Yep. All right, 505-246-0610. That's how to get here today. That's our number every day, 505-246-0610. That offers you the option of calling us or sending a text to the text line. You can send emails, jeff@sportsanimалabq.com, jj@sportsanimалabq.com. On the Twitter, JJ is a terrific follow. It's _JJ Buck. And on the Facebook, the OD in the AM, that's where you can watch our show on the video medium, the visual medium. Adrian's producing on ProView Networks. It's on Comcast Channel 26 throughout the state of New Mexico. On our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and on YouTube, the ProView Networks channel. We'll get through the soccer today. We'll get you ready for the big weekend in college football as well as the National Football League. Trades going down. The trade deadline next Tuesday. World Series starts today. I feel like it. I mean, it's like out of sight, out of mind. I don't know what's been feels more out of sight, out of mind. The World Series or Live Golf, to be honest with you. No, honestly, I mean, because of both series, the championship series being short, the Astros sweeping the Yankees in the ALCS, and the Phillies finishing the Padres in 5 in the NLCS. You've had basically 5 days. There's no baseball this week. It was last weekend where it all wrapped up. And so you get back at it today. You'll have Nola versus, I believe, Nola versus Verlander, right? Is that what I'm looking at tonight in the opener? Which is really, really good. And so, I mean, so where are you guys in the World Series? Are you looking forward to this now, or does it get lost
Yes.
for you?
Always.
But does it get lost in the football weekend, or because
Little
I'm
bit.
pumped? A little bit. It does, huh?
It
And
does.
that's why I would have liked to see them play some games during the week. Yeah. Yeah. All right, so we're going to get through that. College football last night, big one in the Pac-12. Washington State's a tough place to play, but it was Utah who got out to a big 21-7 lead and then held the Cougars off last night, late night, Pac-12 on the Palouse, 21-17. I think it's a big win for the Pac-12 as much as I would have liked to see Washington State. I always like to see Washington State win. It was a big one for the Pac-12 because it keeps their big four intact. Utah, Oregon, USC, UCLA. It would have been a tough loss for Utah. That's SC's only loss. So 14th ranked Utah, 21-17 winner last night. In the ACC, you had a good one last night. North Carolina State came all the way back. They were down big to Virginia Tech, came back and held off the Hokies. 22-21, 24th ranked. North Carolina State was a winner last night at home. So that was last night. You get your Friday night games today, as you always do, because there's football every single day of your life from now on. Tonight you get BYU at home against East Carolina, if you'd like it, and you get a little Conference USA, Louisiana Tech, and FIU, if that's your thing. Aggies are on the road tomorrow. That's an ESPN3 game if you want to watch the Aggies at UMass. Another thing, kind of out of sight, out of mind, huh? Since they beat the Lobos. The Aggies, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, I haven't been on the field.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not their fault. But they've been 2 of the last 3 weeks they didn't play, and so they're back at it tomorrow. All right. The big news yesterday in the NFL was the Kadarius Toney trade. And I think we're going to see a few more. The NFL trade deadline used to be just whatever, it came and went, right? People love Kadarius Toney. Now, maybe you haven't seen enough Kadarius Toney to know who he is, what he is, why people love him so much, because he's been injured so much. But it's a first-round pick who, at times, has been dynamic, correct? Like Tyreek Hill
Like
kind of
a play dynamic. Like, he has not been on the field for the New York Giants.
Right.
This is a future move for the Kansas City Chiefs.
When's he ready? Because you don't trade for a guy who first of all, he's got to pass a physical, doesn't he? So I got to believe he's going to be ready soon. He's been out with his hamstring injury. They did the Chiefs a third-round conditional pick, right? And it was 2 picks, a third and a 6, I want to say. Is that right? Third, whatever his futures, for a guy who they think can fill that role of Tyreek Hill.
He's not.
He's not that guy. No, I know.
This is not a trade for this season.
So he's not going
this
to play
is-
at all this year?
Well, I think he'll play,
Yeah,
but it'll
yeah.
be like a Mecole Hardman.
Okay.
Like
'Cause they need
they'll
another one.
use him in those situations. Valdez Scantling, guys like that. Like they're pretty set in their wide receiver room.
Really good.
So this is a play for the future, using a third-round pick to acquire what was deemed a first-round talent early in his career.
So he's under contract through 2024. He gets an option after that. But he's missed the first 5 games because of the hamstring injury. And he said that last week that he's been delayed because he believed he tried to come back from an injury to his right hamstring too soon. So he originally injured it in the hamstring, tweaked it again in week 2, and he's been out ever since. The Chiefs are on a bye this week, so he gets another week to recover. And this is going to be interesting, right? Because this is the rich getting richer, don't you think?
It is.
Yeah.
There's pretty much adding to his strength, but doing it in a way that, as you said, he's under contract. First round contract for wide receivers, not that bad. These are the things that Kansas City has to do with essentially almost a $500 million quarterback on their roster. Is things that you can look ahead, things you can still add to your roster. Maybe you don't have the capital you want. Oh, let's go out there and get a disgruntled first-round pick from someone else and see if we can work him in over the
Because
next years.
everybody works when they get here.
Yeah.
Because it works when they get into our building. Everybody makes it work. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We're going to talk more about that game last night. When we come back, JJ's going to tell you how it went last night as Level Women's Soccer played for a league championship. We're going to get into that World Series and hear from you. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Amory, Adrian, 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Makes a little sports analysis.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't...
I don't know the final total,
Yeah.
but people were taking advantage of it.
Took advantage of coffee and the hot chocolate over there at the concession stand. All right, Lobo women's soccer played for a league championship last night. They had San Diego State in town. Win and you're in. Or, well, they're all in. They're all into the conference tournament. Win and you win the championship. Draw and wait for results to come in from around the league. Lose and settle for something that's not first place. And so what happened last night?
So it was a tie. And so New Mexico ended up sharing the Mountain West title with San Jose State and Wyoming. Wyoming just out of nowhere. An incredible season for them. And they will actually be the number 1 seed because it came down to Cowgirls, Lobos, and Spartans. Wyoming beat San Jose State. Lobos tied San Jose State. Thus, tiebreaker goes to Wyoming in that instance.
Okay.
And the Lobos will be the 2 seed. They'll play Wednesday night. They got a bye in the first round along with Wyoming. They'll play their San Diego State or Utah State. And here we go again.
And it won't be a draw.
No. And they'll play into overtime and then a shootout. And last night it was 2 teams that said, we're not going to let your best player beat us. Find a way to get it done. And neither side could.
All right.
But
so 0-0.
After the game, Heather was very complimentary of this group because, yeah, there's high expectations, but she wasn't sure if this was going to be a team that could be at this level this season in conference play. Really proud of them and get a few days to reset and be right back at it with the Mountain West Tournament here in Albuquerque.
All right, so that'll be next week. How was the atmosphere out there?
It was a solid crowd for how cold it was.
It was chilly, huh?
Like you got your core Lobo fans out there taking advantage of the free coffee and hot chocolate. It was senior night, so the families were out there. A lot of emotion, and man, just hats off. If you went out that game last night, good on you, because it was cold.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Headed into a week of football. Aggies will be at UMass. You got big games tomorrow. Tennessee and Kentucky, I think, is a pretty big one tomorrow as well. And then the NFL. The World Series gets started tonight. Lenny, I'm going to guess you want to talk about some of that. How are you?
Yeah, we'll go with the World Series first. And if Houston wins, Mattress Mac wins the largest single bet.
God bless him. Yeah.
Of $75 million. Yeah. But I think the Phillies pull it off 4-2.
Really? Okay.
I think they've struck lightning in a bottle since their early start, where they had problems, and they just, like you said, they're on a hot streak.
Yeah, they are.
Okay. And I'm just going to go with them. Nothing against Houston. I mean, this is their 4th trip in 6 years, but they're 1-3. Or 1-2 in the previous 3.
Yeah, but this Phillies team has gotten hot at the right time. They were fighting just to get into the playoffs, and now
right.
Here
And
they
Bryce
are.
is getting hot, and you still got Schwarber, and we'll see if Wheeler doesn't have a playoff implosion. So it'll be a good series, but I'm going to go seriously 4-2 with Philly.
All right, got it.
Now I'm going to give Danny his quick hello, and God bless him as they lose another game this week by 9.
They're on a bye week this week.
Oh, the Lobos? Yeah. Oh, it's even better than that. Means they're going to win. They'll win the weekend. They don't lose anything.
Yeah, they're not going to lose.
But I'm going to make
weekend.
a prediction. They're going to end up with the worst record in the league.
Okay.
I'm not being rude. It's just like the Chargers have a great weekend this weekend. They're off.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to see who's going to get fired first, Staley or the coach for the Broncos.
Ooh. I believe it's going to be old Nathaniel. And JJ was saying yesterday that Hackett's playing.
If they lose this weekend, he's gone.
Yeah, because they got to buy the week
Go
after.
Jaguars.
Yeah, look at Bronco fans.
But the thing is, if Staley seriously doesn't make it in year 3, these 4th down conversion analytics that he's using, stop. If you're going to do that, why even have a kicker on the team?
100% with you on that. Look, that team's too good to be this not good.
And just stop.
You don't
and
think
then now the Giants Seahawks is a trap game for betting. Amory likes these games, so she'll discuss that tomorrow. But they're still not giving the Giants enough credit. Giants are -3. I'm still going to go with the Giants straight up beating Seattle.
Right.
The Bills are going to put a number on the Packers and make them think they're back in London and lose by 17.
17. All right.
The Rams and the 49ers is a catch game, but I still think that the 49ers are going to pull it out, and you'll see CMC play about 25 touches.
I think even more than that. I think this is a big Niner game. They always get healthy against the Rams. I mean, they just Shanahan owns McVay right now.
And the Saints and Raiders, if Andy Dalton decides he wants to pass more touchdowns to the opposing team, then this is the Raiders' game to win. But it's a must-win for the Raiders either way.
I think that's right, too. All right, man.
Josh McDaniels has to start proving he can actually coach in the NFL.
Now it's time. All right, enjoy the weekend. 17.
And lastly, the Jets get some revenge on the Patriots, even with losing 2 starters. I mean, it was a good pickup getting Robinson to replace Breece Hall, but I still think the Jets' defense will keep it in an ugly game. And, yes, Mac Jones is back. That'll be exciting. It's going to be 21-16, the Jets.
All right. Jets and Giants keep rolling. All right, enjoy the weekend.
And the Cardinals pull the upset on the Vikings.
Cardinals over the Vikings. All right, enjoy the weekend.
Well, you got DeAndre Hopkins back, and then they just make a trade.
What?
For the receiver. They just made a trade for a receiver. The Cardinals last week, they traded for a receiver.
Oh, they got Robbie Anderson. Yeah.
And then last pick, Kadarius Toney is going to be the number 1 receiver for the Chiefs by the end of the season.
By the end of the year. All right. Enjoy the weekend, Lenny. I got to go.
Sorry.
How many last ones did he have?
I know, I kept laughing.
He knew what he was doing.
I know that's what he was doing.
He's like, and another one.
Kadarius Toney will be the best receiver on the Chiefs by the end of the year.
Okay.
He may be their biggest home run threat. He may be like
got to get healthy and learn the playbook. So by the end of the year,
that's fair.
Making an impact.
All right, Jets and Giants win.
The playbook's a lot too.
do you guys both feel that Seattle Giants are the only game with 2 teams with winning records this week? Total toss-up. Like, that's kind of the most entertaining. I want to watch that game.
Oh, me too.
The Bills and Packers should be, but it's just not. It's just not.
Packers Bills.
Bills and Packers, or Packers, Bills, whichever way. I mean,
Same thing.
yeah, the same
Sorry.
two teams.
I
just
thought you
whichever-
said Bears.
Yeah, I
Okay.
did initially,
Okay.
and then I corrected it. Yeah, Bills, Packers, Packers, Bills, whichever way you like it.
Doesn't matter if it's the Packers or the Bears right now. It doesn't.
Bears might be a better game.
Facts, JJ.
Why are the Giants
Yeah.
road dogs again?
I'm not
They
sure.
were underdogs last week.
Well, so
at Jacksonville.
the odds are so crazy to me. The Jets are 5-2. The Patriots are struggling trying to figure out their quarterback, and the Jets are home dogs to New England, right?
Yes.
That one's kind of crazy to me. And the Giants, what is it? The Giants 2.5?
Seattle's 3-point favorite, so a field goal game.
Yeah, and,
on the
and
road.
It's on the road, going across the country. A home
So
team.
it's essentially just all right. Home team's getting 3 points
Yeah.
in that matchup. But I think the loss of DK Metcalf is huge. Like, I'm not banking on he's playing.
Oh, he's not. I'm pretty sure he's not.
Yeah,
So this is a Marquise Goodwin and Lockett game, and Disley, the tight end, probably gets more love. But Geno lost his best weapon.
He did. I like the game, but I like the Giants +3
Simply because
in
of
that
Metcalf.
spot.
Yeah, simply because of Metcalf.
I do.
I think that's fair.
Even with the way Seattle looked, and Kenneth Walker is fantastic. They just do that. They're great at finding running backs to just explode in that offense. And I'm actually on the Patriots over the Jets this weekend. Just looking at the two New York teams.
Yeah, and so was Lenny. So you and Lenny are the same guy. You want Danny out too? You want him fired?
No.
Okay.
Not yet.
So you're a little different.
A little
Not
different. I
yet.
still want my free coffee.
All right. Did you get free coffee last night?
No, I didn't get a chance to go down to the concession
So
stand.
you got nothing? You were sitting upstairs and you got nothing?
Would have been nice, but sometimes it's tough.
You needed someone to run and get it for you.
And also,
Probably
you
not
don't want to
have a
drink
runner
it
for
too
him.
fast, and then you don't have time.
Because then you got to get rid of it.
That's the worst.
Getting rid of used coffee.
Challenging
you got nowhere to
having
go.
liquids when you're on a broadcast.
Oh, look, I'm well aware of that. Sean, good morning to you. How you living, Sean?
Hey, good morning. I wanted to talk about what Danny was saying at his press conference the other day. I thought hell had frozen over because I actually agreed with a Lobo coach for once.
Wow.
The apathy towards both schools in this state is pretty crazy. I mean, all they're asking for is for people to show up, and then, the response is, well, you got to win. Okay, well, look at basketball. Both of these schools are basketball schools, in my opinion. They win a lot. When I was at school at NMSU, we had Menzies there. Dude was winning like 25 games a year, get into the tournament, and he got 5,000 people in the stands of a 12,000-seat arena. I don't know what it's going to take to change. I think you kind of have to maybe start a grassroots campaign with students, get them really pumped up about it, kind of like GCU does, as much as I don't like GCU, but they have a packed arena every night.
Yeah, that model works. Yeah.
As far as football, I think people need to set their expectations correctly. I mean, yeah, we don't have a Notre Dame here. We don't have the money to do that, and throwing more money at it isn't going to fix it, in my opinion, unless somebody shows up with oil money and they're like, here's $100 million, get good. So I think people need to set expectations correctly. I think winning helps, and you got to start a grassroots campaign to get people excited about these programs. Thanks, guys.
No, thank you. Appreciate you, Sean. There's a lot there. Grassroots means getting on campus and getting to the students every week, and it being look. Grassroots also means you got to have a good product for them. You do. And right now, and I think Danny would admit it, the offense is struggling, and how good is the product, and it's not as good as it needs to be. But that also then goes into what's the atmosphere like. Why should I go to the game? Why should I go to the game? I mean, it really comes down to give me a reason.
Yeah.
Well, you got to support these guys. Okay, there's got to be a little bit more in it for me than that for most people.
I think that's a fantastic point of hitting campus hard because you want to try to develop a connection between alumni, the university, and the sports. And even though not everyone is going to be a sports fan on campus, you hope to try to just generate that. But hey, it's college. Why don't you go to a game? I thought early in the season, the student section was fantastic.
Yeah, it was.
For what it's been. They essentially filled up an entire section in that north end zone.
I thought it was
and that was great to see. I know it's only one section, but when you look at it compared to past years, it was like 3-4 times bigger than what they were getting out there. And it's hard. Not everyone wants to do it. There was the women's soccer team was on campus the other day, like doing a video and handing out tickets to last night's game. And half the people they talk to, they're like, "Hey, what's the Mountain West Conference?" And they're like, "I don't know."
Really?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
And so that's the thing too. It's like not everyone is going to know what's going on. So can you start planting those seeds? Like, hey, I'll come to a game, hang out for a half, cool stuff. See ya. Like,
yeah, yep. What do you want to do? You got to give them a reason to go. All right, 505-246-0610. I got more on what Sean had to say, and if you do too, I'm interested. 505-246-0610. Hey, are you dealing with hair loss? Just you're losing your hair, thinning hair, men, women. NuMale is something that you should know about because NuMale specializes in hair restoration for both men and women. They have state-of-the-art technology, and you pick the option that's best for you. They will walk you through this whole process. They'll offer you platelet-rich plasma hair therapy, which uses your own platelets, stimulate your stem cells deep in your own hair follicle. This stops hair loss, and it regrows hair. They also have an FDA-cleared clinical hair restoration laser, which is proven to regrow hair, and NeoGraft hair transplants, which produce natural-looking results in less than a week, and there's no linear scarring. So if you're concerned about hair loss, NuMale is the spot for you. The number's 505-652-1688, area code 505-652-1688, or online at NuMale, NuMale.com. Gentlemen, they also have industry-leading testosterone replacement, and it works, and you can take care of things like fatigue and depression and weight gain, even erectile dysfunction. Thousands of men all over the country have taken advantage of NuMale's technology. Give them a call. They're right here in Albuquerque. The number is 505-652-1688, area code 505-652-1688, or online, it's NuMale.com.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore one more time. And the block did the job. Blocked by Carpenter. Kept up. Tough angle. Macias. No, it's dumped over instead by Kirkland. Cheshire. She'll set Chris Moore again. She's blocked again. Carpenter. Cheshire. Chris Moore. Another swing. This time she'll dump it over. Cheshire. She'll set in the middle for Carpenter. And she puts it away. That was the longest rally of the set, and it still goes to the Huskies. 24-14. Set point, Huskies.
But it falls right to the feet of St. Pius. Opportunity here. Vaughn. Spinaroonie. Shot. Score! 1941. Leo Vaughn gets a second.
Culpepper. He's got Cordova again, and Brody Whitaker blows that play up so fast from the edge.
For Babinski shut up in a goal.
Tries to dummy it through. It's loose. Opportunity. And it worm burns in.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore. Yes! The freshman connects again.
And she scores. Stop the clock for the official.
Now looking, unloads again, right up the middle. Single coverage. Oh, what a catch! See you later. Turn off the lights. Goodbye, baby. Touchdown. Ram.
Lozano. This time, Culpepper. He's got a man. Caught. It's again Tommy Lopez. Lopez breaks a man. And Lopez not stopped at the 3 this time. Tommy Lopez. He's got a huge touchdown.
That snap, Mariano picks it up. Great protection, going for a home run ball down the middle of the field. It's underthrown. Oh, what a catch! A catch and run for the touchdown for Trayvon Williams.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Sean, talked about going to grassroots, and when he was a student at MSU, and they would only get 5,000 people at the Pan Am Center, and I think basketball is a little different. There's more, but it's climate controlled. It's indoors, and how many people are coming out to games? And Cruces has a smaller population base than Albuquerque does, but historically, JJ, people came out no matter what for Lobo basketball, right? You could throw directional school A&M in there on a Monday night, and they were getting 17,000, 18,000 people in the old pit. Now, it's a lot different, right?
Yes, it is.
So, Rod said, replying to Sean, perception is reality, Jefferson. When you have the usual suspects constantly on their hands and knees begging people to buy tickets, begging people to go to the games, I think the perception is Lobo football isn't any good. They need to create an impression that a Lobo football ticket has value, something that has scarcity. To do this, we need to admit there is never that's capital letters, going to be 35,000 in that place again. University Stadium needs to go on a major diet. Davalos adding those seats and having to fill them has been an albatross around Lobo Athletics' neck for 2 decades. Tear down the east side grandstands, replace it with some premium seats, chairbacks, not suites, which have been a disaster across the street. Restrooms in a food court where fans can get something other than overpriced cold Lobo dogs, watered-down Cokes, and empty hot chocolate dispensers. They should bring the capacity of University Stadium down to no more than 25,000, maybe 30, which is much more manageable number than the realistic and more realistic where the program is. First of all, adding those seats isn't an albatross. Nobody says you have to fill them. They enclosed it, and in fact, they were filling it for a long time. I've heard a lot of ideas about that east side. Somebody told me the other day, I kind of do remember who it was, maybe make like a patio over there and build a deck on that east side. Mm-hmm. And, I told you.
Cut it in half.
And kind of
so you have the bottom bleacher seats still.
Right, and the upper top like a patio and a
you
deck.
You got to understand, too, that that's also used for people to sit and watch soccer and track events on the other side.
On the other side, so there's only so much you can do, right? So you can't go all the way up. Although, could you build some? I don't know.
Now maybe that could work because if you are able to keep seating low level both sides, chop it off, but then the width of it, like how do you have enough room if you're going to do something cool, different, outside the box? But with all that being said, Jeff, where's the money?
No, that's right.
Like that would be a huge investment.
Well, there's a couple of things. So we're talking ideas, and we're talking about how do you make it happen. I know that they're looking to get capital outlay to help improve that place. There's a couple of misperceptions. In Rod, with all due respect, the whole overpriced cold Lobo dogs and cold watered down Cokes, and there's a lot more options now. There are food trucks out there. There are more options now. Can you get a Lobo dog and a Coke? You can. And is the hot chocolate not hot or whatever? I think once you get a stigma, you can't lose it, right? And so if somebody back in 1979 or 1992 had a bad experience with a cold Lobo dog, that's all they know. And Rod hits me with this a lot. And I think Rod's idea is not horrible, but I think as much as we get into these perceptions that are kind of tired, that one's kind of tired too. You have more options, both at Lobo basketball and at Lobo football. If you now, is it going to cost you a nickel or two? Yeah. And by the way, that's just kind of the world we're in. You got to pay to park, and you're going to pay $12 for a beer, whatever it is. And if you want to get a nicer sandwich, there's food trucks there. There's other options at the pit now that you can go and get higher end stuff, or stuff that's not just a quote unquote cold Lobo dog and watered down Coke. And in this case, it would be Pepsi, because it's a Pepsi facility. So I think that's tired. But to his point, perception is reality. That's what he perceives, right? That's what he perceives. Now, how do you change perception? You're not going to tell people that the tickets are scarce when they look at the place on TV or look at the place and go, yeah, whatever. Right? And I'm well aware of that and what I do.
Yeah.
Right? I'm well aware of what's going on over there. But I think, I've heard a lot of good ideas in the last 2 weeks about atmosphere. Remember when I went to UTEP last year to watch the Miners play for the bowl game? And their end zone, I believe it to be their north end zone. So it would kind of be the south end zone here where they would do it. They've got kind of a party deck type thing, JJ, where, it's open seating and people go and they have a good time. And I was down there at halftime, and field goal kicker was kicking balls and was bouncing off people's heads. Probably not the safest thing ever, but this is great. Everybody was having a good time.
But you love it. Because when it's your friend that gets hit in the head, it's going to make your entire afternoon.
It's funny as hell. And it bounced off one dude's head into another guy's head and knocked a chick's beer down. And but yeah.
Those are things that you have to start considering at venues, at football stadiums. And you're not going to ever create a scarcity of tickets in a venue like that. I'm never going to be mad at marketing people for doing their job and trying to sell tickets and get people to go to a stadium. But it's one that it's a great idea. I don't know how you can do it.
Do what?
Financially. Like, if they just do something different.
Yeah.
Like, out of the blue, boom.
Look, the reality is
party deck.
Look, the reality is you have an antiquated stadium.
Because even at a football game, people still just love that kind of thing where they can just kind of meander, be with their friends, watch some of the game, get a drink. So
give me an option as opposed to, is there a deck area? And that's, there isn't really. That's kind of what the end zone tents were, right?
Yeah.
Where you watch the bowl game, right? I'm trying to do something down there because I thought that was just a great atmosphere, a party, just kind of a hangout. You don't have to sit in your seat. You move around a little bit, and you're watching the game and having a beer and hanging out with people. Look, to your point, where's the money coming from? I have no idea. But could they create an atmosphere? I told you the other day, I would share back Section E. Those are the 50-yard lines, the lower sections of Section E. Make those a little bit more attractive or wanted to sit at the 50-yard lines. And maybe if you had enough money to go sections D and F, which are the two sections off of the 50-yard line. But, yeah, man, it's atmosphere, but it all takes money. And that's one thing that, the chicken or the egg. What comes first, the money, the atmosphere, the winning?
Mm-hmm.
How what comes first? And all these are great ideas, but where's it coming from? But I agree with you. In this day and age, it's not just enough to go sit on a metal bench and watch football. And there's plenty of you, and I know Rudy, it's scathing you. You're thinking it should be enough. Go out and support these. It's just not to attract new people to Lobo football, to any football, not just Lobo football. This isn't unique to here. And if you just love football and you love that program, I know it's scathing you. You're going, well, it should be enough. Why isn't it enough? There's part of me that agrees with you, but the reality of today, to attract new people to your product, it's got to be a little more. Do you guys disagree with that?
I don't.
I mean, when you went to Bronco game, Amory, you were there
earlier this month.
How was the atmosphere? What made you want to go back? I mean, you watched a 12-9 football game.
I did.
Yeah.
Well, I live for football, but it was just packed and it was
there was
fun.
Stuff to do, right? I mean, all around it, there was stuff to look at, things.
But even if they were losing, just people were there. It was just packed, and people just loved the experience.
Yeah. Now, and in that place, they'll go out and just sit on those benches. Well, they got chairs.
Well, NFL's always gonna
NFL
pack the
stadiums
house.
are packed. Yeah, it's a different product, man. And I think, what Sean's saying, and I think they're doing it over there. I know they're exploring a lot of different things, but I know they're thinking out of the box. And look, you've always thought out of the box. The issue isn't enclosing that north end zone and Davalos putting those extra seats in there. That's not the issue. In fact, the place looks way better. And you were filling it, and that's not the issue. You got other issues. It's easy to blame Rudy for everything. I got it. But that's not the issue. The issue is, you've got an older stadium, JJ, right? You've just got. I mean, you're challenged on points of sale for concession.
A lot of things that you'd want to upgrade.
No, I mean,
at that stadium.
You'd want to rebuild the place if you could, right? You'd want to just kind of stud it and rebuild it. The press box, the suite level. People sit here and tell you, oh, nobody wants to go to suites. No, they do. They do. And in fact, your suite levels, your Zia levels, your end zone clubs are not always sold out. For our game, they tend to be sold out, but they're percentage-wise way more sold out than the lower bowl. Yeah, people do want that experience. Now, you got to offer something else as well. You have to, and don't tell me, well, look at the pit. Oh, okay. There's people who are in those suites, but that's a different animal, I think. Right at the pit, people want to be close to the floor, and watch the action. I think this is a different animal. But I'm listening to suggestions, and I know they are as well. 505-246-0610. I got emails. I can text lines moving. World Series starts. You want to talk
World Series?
Yeah.
One of the best wide receivers in the NFL is out. Tom Brady's tired. Oh, my goodness. What a day.
It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's.
Fall.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream style stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. no fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Friends Company.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Series gets going today. Phillies, the Fighting Phils. And what are they? What do you call them? The
Fighting Phils and the Cheating Astros.
I knew you were going there.
Keep it simple.
I knew that's where you're going.
A dynasty.
At what
according
point?
to Justin Verlander.
What point?
Right now. He says it's right now.
If they win this time, and I don't know, 17 count? Does the one that they actually won count?
They still gave him that medal trophy.
As long as last I checked, they still won, right? Flag still flying in Houston. Hello, Marty.
Hey, fellas. You know what I think? I think what they really need to do is they need to beautify.
Beautify.
So you think about, is it the stadium or is it the attraction around the stadium? It's probably a combination of both, but I really am a strong proponent to beautify that area off of Cesar Chavez. They got to redo that whole bridge area. They got to landscape it. You've got properties there up for sale, and you've got to bring some stuff where you bring some butts in the seat, right? But bring them for other reasons, right? So if they come to eat, maybe there's some restaurants there. Maybe there's a connection with low ball football. Maybe it's not always direct. But that's how you got to draw them in. I think that area needs to be redeveloped, and it just needs to be more attractive. It is an eyesore. Once you pass the hotel, and I hope Keller's listening because I've been kind of reaching out to him, that whole area of south of, I would say, Central really needs to be developed. And I think there's really strong possibilities there to bring some strong attractions that would help ultimately maybe draw in, even if you draw in maybe 10,000 more, that would be a stretch, but that would be nice. I think that really, I know the Urlacher group thought about it, and I thought it was a great idea, but I really think that's strong. And then I think, just really quick, I think Lobo Sports is in a transition. I think a lot of the old guys that really supported it, a lot of you guys are dying off. That's just the reality of life, right? Mm-hmm. They are going. I mean, these are the guys that were the true bloods, right? I think a lot of them are slowly going. So I think, how do you capture the next new wave of Lobo fans, right? The ones that are going to be long-term loyalists and donate to the school. I think that's the challenge right now.
Yeah, you grassroots it. And that's, what you got to get on campus. You got to get into businesses. But it's got to, for businesses that are coming in, for people who didn't grow up with Lobos, the businesses have to realize how important it is to be involved. And you got to hit it from so many different angles. And I think you're not wrong. JJ, for how long have we talked about that whole area and all the empty lots? And I'm stunned that I've been here 26 years and there's not a sports bar that popped up somewhere. There may be a soccer stadium down there soon, down by closer to the freeway. But I'm surprised that there have not been more. There's none. Restaurants and or sports bars in that area, walking distance to the stadium, the pit, and the football stadium. So, Marty, I think you're right on that. All right, man. Good to hear you. Enjoy the weekend. That's one of those with all that land there. It's always stunned me. Hey, Wayne.
Hey, thanks for taking my call. I just wanted to chime in real quick on the whole thing about, how fans are certainly disappointed by what's going on with men's level football. A lot of the programs are just kind of not in their heyday right now. And I know we talked years ago when we were hiring the last football coach and then the basketball coach about how I think that really there needs to be a study done, or they need to really look at maybe stepping into Division II. And you were very clear that we need to just figure out how to make Division I work. But I still think there needs to be a study, and we need to look at how Division II could serve the school. I think we need to add some sports that we discontinued. We do need to spend less money. The caller a few minutes ago said more money won't help. I agree with that caller completely.
So I asked this question the other day, Wayne. What makes people think that dropping football to Division II is going to make it, A, more successful, and B, any more profitable?
It's not about success or profit. It's about playing the sport, having fun, having the chance to go for a winning season, being competitive, having a better product. There's pros and cons to everything, but I just feel like we have just looked at the cons of Division I sports for way too long. I mean, I'm excited to see if the Lobo men's basketball team can pull something off, and if we did go to Division II, it would definitely hurt the women's basketball team because they're having great success in Division I, but it's hard to point to a lot of successes.
So you want to drop Division II in everything?
Well, it depends. If we have the flexibility to do Division II in some things and not in others, that would make it easier to consider, I guess I'm going to use the word drop down, but I don't see it as dropping down. I see it as having a chance to go a different direction.
All right, I'll address that on the other side.
If we had a Division II team that was doing great in football, we would get more students and more alumni in the stands. I'm pretty confident in saying that.
All right, so I appreciate that, Wayne. I got to hit this break. I'll address all that when we get back. I don't know that it's easy to be. I just don't know where that comes from out of base. So to play West Texas A&M, but you're winning, you're going to get more people in the stands. People are going to be happy about it, and then that money's not there for basketball. We'll hit it when we come back because I just don't think I don't even think it's on the table. It's the opening drive at 95.9 FM, nor should it be an AM 610 Sports Channel.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact.
I respect your opinion, but if you believe that dropping down to Division II and winning will attract more people, I don't know that I think that's right. Somehow, and the arrogance to think that just by dropping down, New Mexico is going to win in the Southland or in the Big Sky, and you're going to start beating Montana and North Dakota State or Texas A&M Commerce and West Texas A&M and Incarnate Word with less resources. I don't see any of that. Somehow by playing less attractive opponents and no guarantee of winning and having less money coming in and less revenue for other sports, somehow it benefits your athletic program. I just don't see any of it. And JJ, I know it's not on the table.
No, and there's also a difference. And I know it's a lot of people forget. Division II is also different than FCS. Are you talking FCS level football or dropping an entire division down to Division II?
Yeah, what I was telling you was FCS, which is Highlands and
yeah. So FCS is entirely different than also Division II, and then there's Division III. If you're going down to Division II, you can cash all your chips in. Like no one's going to care about this athletic department. You're out across the board.
Yeah.
None of the coaches on campus want that.
Yeah.
You think Heather Dyke, Joe Franklin?
None of them will be here.
They're gone.
Of course.
You're losing your student athletes because you're cutting
everything.
You're down to everything would be partial scholarships across the board.
No.
And you're right. The mindset of you're not dropping down and keeping all the same people. Rich Pitino's gone. Jamal Mashburn's gone. All these players are gone. And you're like, well, good. And then we can compete with Division II schools, which no one cares about.
So you're going to play Eastern and Highlands.
And just the mindset, like being right now in football, a bad D1 school is better than being a bad FCS or D2 school.
Yep.
Like this is a city, this is a surrounding area that deserves, needs, continues to have Division I athletics and a football team playing Division I football, even if they're losing.
And honestly, Wayne, I appreciate it, and I like you sound like a pretty smart guy, and I just it's not on the table. I don't think it's a good idea. That doesn't mean you're not smart. It's not a good idea. The people at the decision making level, it's not on the table. And so we're not going to spend 2 hours talking about it. I'll take a few more calls on it, but we're not going there all day because it's not going to happen. Rudy, good morning. Rudy.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Hey, congratulations to the University of Mexico women's soccer team. It was a bit chilly last night, but, that free hot chocolate worked really well.
Free to you.
Yeah, well, I actually texted Coach Gonzalez and said, thanks for the hot chocolate. And he said, I'm glad you enjoyed it. And it was an enjoyable evening. It was a bit nippy, but, you bundle up. I had my cold weather gear, and I thought it was a really good soccer match. Two really, really good teams. You could see that. I can't remember number 5's name for San Diego State, but, man, she's fast. And she presented a lot of problems for UNM.
Right.
But I'm just wishing Jaden Edwards hit that one. I thought that goal was going in. You know, I was going to hear JJ scream from the press box, "Go!" So congratulations, and now here goes the women's cross country team going for their 15th straight conference championship. That's an incredible run.
Yeah, it's good. All right, man. Glad you're out there. Enjoy the weekend. Thanks.
Sure.
See you.
Absolutely.
All right. That's you had a good night last night. A victory would have made all those cold people happier. But you get another chance next week. Tony, good morning.
Morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Happy Friday, y'all. Hey, you know what? I have to agree with Marty. You know, if they were to beautify that area up, it would, to me, it would make a difference. You know, make it more like geared toward the Lobos. You know, a Lobo like sports bar, a Lobo,
Right,
you know,
right.
restaurants that's just, it's all geared towards the Lobos, and that might attract some people.
No, few.
You know?
Just eye candy around there, right? Just something better to look at than dirt lots.
Yeah, you know, and then, well, you know, bottom line, though, is winning cures everything. If they were winning, there'd be more people out there. But then again, knowing my fellow New Mexicans out here, they're going to find something to complain about because that's just what people do. I mean, especially here in New Mexico, they love to complain, and that's just how it is. But he brought up a very interesting point at the end about the old timers, the old Lobo fans, and how they're just like pretty much dying off. And what I was thinking with that is, how do we bring in that new generation of Lobo fans? Well, we do it how we did it, how our parents did it with the NFL. I mean, I remember. Well, it doesn't happen to everybody because my dad was a Cowboy fan. So, you know, I can't help that.
Yeah.
But you get the parents all excited about. The parents are excited, and that's going to make the kids excited. Like my kids, they don't really follow football that much. But you ask them who their favorite team is, they're going to say the Broncos, and that's how you do that. You got to teach this younger generation, you know, the things that you love, and it'll keep going. But I mean, I really like Marty's points about beautifying up that whole area, and I think it would
money. Yep.
But then again, if they were winning, we wouldn't be having these conversations.
Yeah, probably not. All right, man. Enjoy the weekend. Get up
Have a good
early on
weekend.
Sunday.
Bye.
See your team play. Early morning.
You know, and if you want to see what Division II is all about, West Texas A&M is playing UNM women's basketball team tomorrow at 3:30.
So you can get some of that. That'll be your league games in February as you're getting ready for the Division II tournament. Getting ready for the RMAC tournament or the Lone Star Conference tournament. I mean, if that's what you don't want. I know that's a small minority. Hello, Jay. Let me do that again. Hey, Jay. Damn it, why won't that button push?
How are you all?
Good.
Good morning, gents. How are you all?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, nothing much. So this whole dropping down a level stuff, first of all, and Jeff, like you, I hate talking about it.
Well, it's not going to happen. It's not worth it.
And it's not going to happen, exactly. But just as for people that are on that stuff about it, how did it go for Idaho when they left FBS to FCS?
Mm-hmm.
Idaho dropped down. How'd that go for them?
Yeah, and I'll find you what their numbers are in the Kibbe Dome. I'll get you what their attendance are.
Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'll find it for you. Go ahead.
Yeah, but, you know, as far as being competitive, they are – I think this is the first year they actually have a winning record inside the Big Sky Conference.
Yeah, because people think, oh, we'll just drop down and we'll start winning. No, you don't have the same athletes. You don't have the same coaches. You don't have the same budget. You don't have the same resources. Now you're playing at their level, and they're doing it better than you are.
Right, and the arrogance to believe that when you drop down that those programs aren't very good. Those programs, you know, you drop to the FCS level, for instance, as an example. There are a lot of FCS programs that are FCS because they, for various reasons, right? You see, you know, Montana draws 25,000 a game. Okay, so Montana State draws similarly, for instance, in the Big Sky Conference. So it's arrogant to believe that, hey, we'll drop down and we'll dominate. No, it's not going to happen. There's a whole lot of factors that go into it. If you don't support the program now, dropping down isn't going to make make any difference. Secondly, it's this thing where I can't understand why this happens here. People don't embrace what we have, and you have a good program. Like, yes, it's lean. The times are lean right now, but it's a good program. It's a good product. People just need to go and support it. And I get it. They don't win at the clip you want them to win at. But there's a lot of programs out there where the program doesn't win at the clip you want it to win at, and the people still support that program.
Yeah.
You can look at Iowa State as an example. Iowa State has traditionally been a bottom feeder in the Big 12.
Yeah, but there's a tradition there. There's a pride there. There's. I mean, you just don't build that overnight. And
right.
Yeah. All right. No, that's good stuff, Jay. Appreciate you. And I've got the numbers on Idaho for you. So Idaho, and this is their first year of winning, and they've been down 5 years, JJ? 6 years?
It's been a minute since
All right, and
what's his name was doing coaching
Rob Akey.
Rob Akey.
Yeah, no, big Rob.
Go
Akey.
Vandals.
Yeah, big. I'm a big Rob Akey.
If you didn't know, this is Rob Akey.
What's up, Bubba?
I love the opening drive.
Hey, Bubba. So they opened up. They went 0-2. They lost. Actually, they got a good team. They lost 24-17 to Washington State to open the season. That's pretty good.
There you go.
And then they lost 35-22 at Indiana. I mean, those are their money games.
Bang.
And they haven't lost since. But, okay, so here's their home games. And everybody, you just start winning and you go down. So Idaho's a good example, although not nearly the population base. But they beat Drake 42-14. They had 6,852 people at the game. Next home game, Northern Colorado. They won 55-35. This is their big crowd of the year, 10,759, 10,759. And then they beat Portland State at 56-21. They scored, dude, they're exciting. They score points. They're winning, and they had 7,300 people at the game. 7,357. You're going to have more for that Lobo scrimmage this weekend. Okay? So dropping down, there is no guarantee. I got one more text on this I'll read, and then we're going into World Series in football. Cool?
Then you're done.
Done.
I mean, can we be?
Yes.
We're not doing this
86.
all Friday, right? There's too much going on.
There's just
to do this all
too
Friday.
much.
Yeah. All right. IPS watches my home. They watch stores, businesses, people's homes, property all over. You know why? Because IPS keeps the bad guys away. Property crime is on the rise. Officer shortages continue to be an issue. And you want to protect what you've worked so hard to build, what's important to you, your security, your family, your home, your business. Aaron Jones started IPS in 2006 and has grown this company into an industry leader in security. You see them everywhere. You see their trucks, their vehicles, and their officers, highly trained armed guards, 24-hour patrols who are patrolling, protecting properties all over our city. They've watched my home for years. If your alarm goes off, they respond within 5 to 7 minutes with an armed trained security officer. When you go on vacation, you go out of town, you let them know. They'll pick up packages, mail, roll garbage cans to the curb and back. Give your home that lived-in look. Call IPS and see what they can do for you, because they're committed to our city and to your protection. 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420 or online at ipsglobal.com.
This report is sponsored by...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Dream style stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable. The perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture. You're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles.
I didn't tell you this. Frank Bercogliano, sports information guy over at UNM. You know him?
Hello, Frank.
Yeah, it's hard not to. I missed the text he sent me, and he's like, what, no reaction to my hoe? And I'm like, what are you talking about? And there was a video. So last week, there's a video of him in his car doing the hoe.
What?
With us. No, people do that all over. Scott Cregan over at Graphic Connection, who's been on every show but ours, I've been told. By him. So he'll be on our show one day. But he used to call in when he was taking his son to school way back in the day. His son's now working at the lab and is a grown-ass man. But he used to, on Fridays, he's like, hey, I got Matthew and his kids in the car. Can you guys hoe now? And they'd all hoe in the car.
That's
and
funny.
he'd show me. So people everywhere are hoeing. But Frank had a video of him hoeing, and he thought he had a hell of a hoe. And then he stopped, and my hoe was still going. He's like, damn.
You got to be careful, Jeff. He'll get in there kind of low and controlled. I went a little hard today.
Yeah, you came out hard.
I'm feeling
needed
good.
that hoe.
I'm energized. A lot of fun stuff going on. Wanted to hit it hard on Friday.
Yes.
Trick or treat weekend.
And it is a great song to have in the background for a whole segment, by the way.
Yeah, I'm saying. I was like, we don't leave it on.
Do you ever sit there and watch the video?
Yes, I have.
It's awesome.
Yeah. Bobcat showed me.
Yeah, it's awesome. All right, Jeff.
Who are you going to be for Halloween?
Ooh, who are you going to be for Halloween?
A dad.
What's Austin going to be?
Bumblebee. Transformers.
Cool.
Really
Send
cool.
pics.
And his friend is going to be Optimus Prime. And
How
it's going to be amazing.
Cute.
But they're going to probably just fighting each other the entire time. It's going to be amazing.
That's really cool. I got bought candy, but then Audra's like, we're going to a dinner on Monday night with somebody. She told me who it was. Is in town, and can we go to dinner Monday night? I'm like, yeah, whatever. Monday night, sure. She's like, well, it's Halloween. I'm like, oh, we're gonna get egged. Do you get a lot of traffic for Halloween? You probably do at your.
I want trap. We want trick or treaters.
You don't either.
No.
And we're gonna give out the king size candy
down.
bars.
Oh, you went.
We're not
big.
one of those toothbrush families.
No. But
I can't stand those.
I buy the
people.
packs of good stuff.
Yeah,
and
you
then
gotta
give a
buy the
couple,
good
2
candy.
or 3 of the bite-sized Snickers, Kit Kats.
We're not home.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're
we're-
trick or treating.
Yeah.
Well, I
So-
want the trick or treaters to come to my house.
Yeah. Kind of
Well, just give out your address on the radio.
No,
and,
no, thank you.
Well,
That's the last thing we're doing. I'm gonna have Vite Queen
bunch
sprayed
of
all
grown
over.
men showing up at your house.
I'm gonna have
Wait a
Vite
second.
Queen
That's right.
and
Yeah, that's right.
I don't know.
That's right. Jeff sent me solutions. Upgrade the stadium with chairbacks. Okay, I would say even start with chairbacks at the
Guys,
50-yard line section.
we're talking about the World Series.
No, I
in
told you
NFL.
I'd read this
Okay.
text. Right?
I was like,
no, I
guys.
thought that's it. Family-friendly themes. Think AAA baseball. Food trucks inside the stadiums. Up deck, north side. Actually, they've got them. Those are happening
Okay.
now. I think this is a person who sits in the end zone club and doesn't know that, but they do have those now. College tailgate inside the stadium. So that's what we're talking about with some sort of a party deck, right, or something. Move all tailgate activities to the west slot. I don't know what that does. First of all, there's not enough room for everything you want, but okay. More regional teams and win. The state has $1 billion of surplus from gas and oil. We have $1 billion of capital outlay. The money is there. No political will to do it, and that's what no one talks about. How many companies have left New Mexico with disposable income dropping dramatically in the last 20 years? So it's about focusing on your economy, too. If they were 6-2 instead of 2-6, we'd have 10,000 more people in the stands. Just win, baby. He's not wrong. If this team was 6-2, we wouldn't be having this conversation. Right?
How long have you been having this conversation for?
26 years, I think. This might be my 27th Lobo football season.
For
Because they haven't had a winning season
Well, they have.
since 2016.
16,
But,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. So
There's been winning seasons, but
who schedules a dinner on a Halloween
more than
night?
winning.
It's not me. I mean,
People go out on Halloween or the Halloween weekend.
He's like, who schedules a dinner on Halloween night? WTH, Jeff. That's just mind-boggling. Is Robert Kraft getting married during the football season? Not really. I mean, she's got some colleague that's We ran into this guy at a gala this summer. Oh yeah, let's go to dinner. Okay, like you say to everybody you meet,
every person,
and
someone actually remembered.
And he's going to be in town on Monday night for business, and so that's the night.
It's not weird to go out on a Monday night, especially because you're kind of busy. People are busy,
dude. I'm not
I'm saying,
I could
you go out random nights.
Yeah, I could accept something every single night right now. Like honestly,
it's
especially
crazy.
this time of year.
It's crazy.
Yeah, and yesterday my schedule
not
was
weird.
just I mean, it's yes, so it's not that bizarre. All right, World
How
Series
bizarre.
tonight. Are they going to have a problem? Is the aesthetics around the stadium in Houston okay? I've been there. It's pretty nice. They got a nice little area around there. There's not a lot of dirt lots there. It's not that bad. So they're on their way. And this is what I've been saying. If they build a party deck, it'll need to be free because our state says we need to give everyone everything for free. That's what I've been telling you, man. Everything you're talking about, not horrible ideas. Where's the money coming from? Where's it coming from?
I mean, we gone over this, Jeff.
Yeah, no.
Bake sale.
Can you even do
Popcorn.
bake sales? In this day and age, can you do bake sales and open, like, with COVID concerns?
I don't know, and
fentanyl
gluten-free
concerns
and
everybody
allergies
dietary. You got to find
and-
something. Car washes.
And
Car wash.
people offended.
Popcorn.
No, but
Candy
that
apples.
text is right. Everything's got to be free around here.
Just drop your student athletes around town. Put them on the corner.
You know what?
Who knows how much money you'll get?
Here's what I want on the
Just
next ballot.
Just have your Division
why
I
aren't
student
you the
athletes
mayor?
standing on the corner.
Jeff, aren't you the mayor or the
Hold up
governor
a
of
sign.
this town?
Party deck, please donate.
Here's what I want on the next ballot, right? To your point. And this is way more important than anything else. I'm changing the license plates. I am. I'm taking Land of Enchantment off the license plates. New Mexico, USA, where nothing is ever free enough. That's what I want.
enough.
Yeah, no, nothing's ever free enough around here. It's never free enough.
So when these callers call in right now to talk about the stadium, are we taking it or are we
No, we're-
moving
all right,
forward?
Here's the deal. We're going to break right now, okay, because we're going to go on time. When we come back, you want to go in the World Series, you want to go in the Ravens and Bucks last night? What do you want to go? Pick it.
Stay tuned to find out, Jeff.
All right. I'll stay tuned. It's the opening drive on a Friday. Did we hoe yet? Oh, yeah, we did. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Eastbound on Rio Bravo Boulevard.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore one more time. And the block did the job. Blocked by Carpenter. Kept up. Tough angle. Macias. No, it's dumped over instead by Kirkland. Cheshire. She'll set Chris Moore again. She's blocked again. Carpenter. Cheshire. Chris Moore. Another swing. This time she'll dump it over. Cheshire. She'll set in the middle for Carpenter. And she puts it away. That was the longest rally of the set, and it still goes to the Huskies. 24-14. Set point. Huskies.
But it falls right to the feet of St. Pius. Opportunity here. Vaughn. Spinaroonie. Shot. Score! 1941. Leo Vaughn gets a second.
Culpepper. He's got Cordova again. And Brody Whitaker blows that play up so fast from the edge. For Babinski shut up and a goal.
Devaney tries to dummy it through. It's loose. Opportunity. And it worm burns in.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore. Yes! The freshman connects again.
Good job playing forward. Out in front. Okay, Rayner with the shots. We got another opportunity here. Casey Crowd, she's behind the goalkeeper. Out in front and goal! Katie Rayner. She fights and she fights and she fights and she scores. Stop the clock for the official. turn off the lights. Goodbye, baby. Touchdown. Rams.
Pardon me for Lozano. This time, Culpepper, he's got a man. Caught. It's again Tommy Lopez. Lopez breaks a man. And Lopez not stopped at the 3 this time. Tommy Lopez, he's got a huge touchdown.
That snap, Mariano picked it up. Great protection, going for a home run ball down the middle of the field. It's underthrown. Oh, what a catch! A catch and run for the touchdown for Trevon Williams.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all.
Against the Houston Astros. Verlander, Nola, let's go. Baseball series. Friday night. God, why am I talking like Joe Piscopo all of a sudden? Joe Piscopo was funny back in the day. You from Jersey? I'm from Jersey. What exit? All right, 505-246-0610. What do you got tonight in game one? Astros jump out to a start. Lenny said Phillies in 4. I'm going to say Astros in 6.
I like that.
I mean, he said 6. I'm going to say Astros in 6.
I like Stros.
Stros.
All right.
Stros in 6. I think Philly will start off with a win, though.
Do you? Okay. Short series, long series. 4 and 5 is
Long.
short. 6 and 7 is long.
Long.
Yeah.
Stros in 7.
Long and good.
You got 7?
7.
Stros in
Woo!
7.
Like a 7.
All right. Look, there's so much in this, and you're going to learn. People are going to learn about the Phillies. I think they know a little bit about the Astros and the veteran core, but this young crop that they've got. If you're going to watch the World Series, and I think you will, you're going to learn a lot about two pretty talented rosters and what the Phillies have done to turn this thing around. All the credit goes to their front office and then their scouting department. And look, Bryce Harper finally became Bryce Harper.
Well, yeah, here's
he
the thing,
became what
too.
they paid for.
Philadelphia has one of the top 5 payrolls in Major League Baseball. So it's not just this, oh, look at us.
Cute little Phillies.
Rocky underdog story. No, they are paying a bleep ton of money.
That's right.
To talented players who are playing to that level.
Who are playing to the level of their pay.
Bryce Harper having marquee postseason moments.
Thank you.
Is exactly why they brought him to Philadelphia. Now, the manager change in there early in the season, did that just kind of switch the momentum of the locker room, give them different focus? Say yes, because they turned around and became a playoff team. While they didn't have a gaudy record, this is still a team that is paying boatloads of money to their top players.
Yeah. All right, Hoser, good day. What's up, Josue?
Hey, I got the Astros in 6, but I'm like, hey Marie, I think the Phillies win tonight. But man, I got to tell you, I got pumped with the whole being close to its original time slot, baby. Woo! That was amazing.
The Ho's near and dear to your heart.
Fired up.
Yeah, I know it's near and dear to you. Yep.
Finally
Yeah,
got it down.
I love that thing. So great job, A. Marie, if that was your doing.
Of course
It sure was.
Coming along.
All right, is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right.
I love
Short
you
and
guys. And go Lobos exhibitions. Basketball this Saturday night. So
that's right.
great to be back in the pit. So looking forward to that.
All right, we'll see you out there
Hopefully
tomorrow
we have
night.
a good crowd.
Have a good weekend.
All right.
See you. Yeah, you're going to be at the pit tomorrow night. Tomorrow day.
afternoon.
What time's your Lobo women's basketball? You got hoops at the pit, both men and women, tomorrow afternoon and early evening.
Doubleheader.
Yeah,
So all y'all basketball fans, you can buy one ticket,
one,
go to both games,
both.
hang out. Women tip off 3:30. That game ends. 30-minute clock starts. Then the men will play.
Well, all right, so the women
Coverage starts 3 o'clock right here on the Sports Animal.
Women
for
are
women's
playing.
basketball.
Who are the women playing?
West Texas A&M,
Yep.
an Elite 8 team.
Ooh, yeah,
Division two last year.
Yeah, that's what y'all want. All right, and then the men will play CSU Pueblo. Yeah. All right. Well, that's gosh, we got so
Basketball,
much.
man.
Yeah, no, it's here. It's here. It's funny. The Armed Forces Classic this year, basketball, is going to be on the ship in San Diego, the Gonzaga Michigan State. I know you hate it.
Why? Why are they doing it again?
Because people watch, because it's kind of cool, and because it's a big deal for the military, and so good.
They don't have a basketball court on the base that's not on a aircraft
they've
carrier?
done that. They do that every year.
Yeah.
So you
Where
don't have to, look.
there's not
here's the deal.
potential wind involved.
You don't have to watch because people will.
I'll watch it, but
I will too. I don't love the game.
You got a high-profile D1 game that you're essentially saying, might as well play this in the park.
Well, and that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
And really on the water. But it's one of our ESPN events, and so the team that's working that, I just talked to him about something else the other day, and he's like, "Yeah, no, I'm going to be." One of them is based out of Texas, and he's out there putting this whole thing together and getting the court down. And he's like, "Yeah, I got to be in San Diego I'm going to be here for 25 days." I'm like, "Woo!" Yeah, but he's like, "I'm not going to get to enjoy San Diego. We're going to be on the base and working 12 hours." And it's a project putting this thing together, working with the military and getting everything done. But you're going to get Gonzaga, Michigan State on that ship, and it's coming up quick. I just can't believe that it's here. Like tomorrow night, there's basketball in the pit, and we're going to be in November, and I mean football season's kind of hitting the home stretch. Ruben, good morning to you. Hello, Ruben.
Hey, good morning.
What's up?
I'm just calling in Astros in 5.
Okay.
And I wanted to say I love Alex Bregman. Thank you.
Right on. A little Bregman love, a little Breggy Bomb love. Is he turned the corner in this town? Like, are people all right with him again?
I hope so.
It's funny. Addie was telling me, back at, in 17, when she first started, there was a lot of Alex Bregman pride at the academy, and then it kind of disappeared. And I guess there was a newsletter that came out, and there's a watch party to watch Albuquerque Academy alum Alex Bregman and the Astros. They're doing a watch party for Game 4 somewhere, so they've kind of got back on the Embrace Alex train. Has this town come back to embrace him a little bit, or
He should always be embraced.
Yes.
By the academy. If you're a baseball fan, it is fine to root against Alex Bregman, even the fact that he's from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Yeah, or is it fine to root for him too?
Yes.
Is it fine that if you're like
because he's very good at baseball, they're not banging trash cans.
has he proven that he is not really good simply because of what happened?
Yes.
Okay.
But it's also
true that he was
you can
part of that.
still
Yeah.
hold it over those guys for as long as you want.
But it's okay then, because you know how I am. I'm not going to tell you how to be a fan.
Yeah.
But you feel that it's okay if you want to hold it against him, you can. But if you want to get past it, you're cool with that too.
Because they didn't fall off a cliff. They were winning a lot of baseball games, stepping up big moments in the postseason. And so they've done everything they can to just move forward. But as sports fans, I'm cool if you don't want to let them forget.
I can't wait to see, and I say this a lot, the 30 for 30 on this.
Like when they're away from the game
20 years from now.
And they actually open up about like what was
happened,
going on.
What happened, and then I'm almost even more fascinated in how they dealt with it in the 2 years afterwards. And more so, the COVID year was the next year. So they kind of got a pass on it, but then the year after, and just sitting there and eating it in every ballpark they go to, right? And just every, some of the most creative crap that they've heard. But that, don't you think that's going to be a fascinating 30 for 30? When here's what happened, here's who did it, here's why I did it, here's what didn't happen. And then the aftermath of just going to ballpark after ballpark and just eating it and having to shut your mouth every night.
Yes.
I'm
about that one.
Yeah, that's one that I kind of want to hear the whole story. What's up, Dan?
Good morning, everyone. How are you?
Good, Daniel. How you living?
I'm living well. Thank you, Jeff. I have one just quick question. You know me, Jeff. I don't know anything about MLB, but I have a quick question. Has Bregman ever openly apologized to his community here for what transpired?
Not specifically to this community. I mean, he did his apology, in front of in front of the world, but he never came here and said, "I'm sorry, Albuquerque."
I didn't know that. How was that presented? Just in like a news?
Yeah, it was a press conference. It was a press conference, and they had, he was asked a lot of questions. He had his lines that he said a few times, and it was awkward. It was uncomfortable, but they basically acknowledged what happened, and then they sat around and they've taken it for the last bunch of years, and they're going to continue.
Yeah, well, I don't know what more we expect. I mean, everybody knows they screwed up. They know they screwed up, but that doesn't take from the fact that it seems to me like they're really good. So it is what it is. You know what I mean? Like I say, I'm by far not a MLB aficionado, but like I told you, Jeff, at one point, my daughters really like Alex Bregman.
That's okay. Let them like him. Let them like him.
Right? Yeah. Heck yeah, man. Heck yeah. And I like what my daughters like. You know
I will tell you this, and you know I'm biased on this, so I'm not even going to pretend to be impartial. I've known that family for a long time, and I've known Alex since he was like 8 years old. That is a genuinely good, kind, giving human being who does like. Did he screw up? Did they screw up? Yeah, they did. But that is a genuinely good human being who does a lot of the right things for the right reasons.
You know what? I really believe that. And like I said to you at one point, Jeff, people who live in glass houses, right?
Yeah, that's right. No, that's right. Yep.
Should not throw stones. And the last thing I want to say today is, go Hawks!
See, that's a big one for you against the Giants. All right. See you, Dan. We got to hit this one. We'll come back, continue with you on the World Series. You can get in on that. I wonder where y'all are on Alex. If you come back around, were you ever not around? Were you ever around? Because I think, I don't know, man. If A-Rod could rehabilitate his image, and some of these guys that were villains for a long time can rehabilitate, can they? Or was this one of the unforgivable sins in your mind? And as we go into it, call your shot. We got. Are we all in the Astros? Astros in 6 or 7? Yeah. So somebody better go Phillies because you're going to be right. Lenny's the only one. Opening drive. Glad you're with us on a Friday morning on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This report is sponsored by Farm Safe 81.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
and act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the
AM
battles
610,
no one hears
the
about.
sports animal.
All right,
You drop
Phillies
into the
in
middle
what?
of
You
firefights
say?
to rescue others.
Ravens beat the Bucks last night, 27-22. Tommy is 3-5. That's his record. First time in Tommy's career that he has been 3-5. Yesterday, Tommy. So does he break the record? How do you say this? Tom Brady has now been sacked more than any quarterback in the history of the NFL. But did he break the how do you say that? Did he break the record for being sacked the most? What do you say?
You just say Tom Brady has been sacked more than any other quarterback in NFL history. And when you play long enough, you're going to get all
that's a longevity
the
mark.
fun records,
Yeah.
and then you're going to have something like this.
All right, here's one. So Tom Brady and the Bucs have lost 3 games in a row. I didn't know this until I saw this last night. Did you know that Tom Brady had, until last night, the most consecutive starts as a quarterback without a 3-game losing streak, and it wasn't even close?
Oh, dang.
Did you know that he had gone 302 starts without a 3-game losing streak? Do you know who's next? Any idea?
That had the longest stretch without a 3-game losing streak?
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers?
Joe Montana.
Oh, my goodness.
All right, and if I tell you Brady at 302, it was significantly higher than Montana, where would you guess Montana, how many consecutive starts without a 3-game losing streak?
75.
155. So nearly double is what Montana. So when people tell me all this stuff about, tell me the record that will never be broken in sports, that might need to be added to that list.
Yes.
You know, like Cal Ripken's and that kind of stuff. It's crazy, but that's what went down last night. Hey, Ray, good morning to you.
How's it going, guys?
Good. How you living?
Good. I think Philly in 6.
Philly in 6.
I
All
don't
right.
think Houston's going to be able to play in that cold weather when the temperature starts dipping over there in Philadelphia. They're an indoor team, so I think that's what's going to affect them a lot. But I got Philly in 6.
Okay.
And as far as Bregman, I coach Little League here at North Valley with juniors, and they talk about Bregman, but they don't talk about him cheating or anything like that. They're looking up saying, hey, he made it from Albuquerque, and that's one of the role models for him. But I think the cheating part comes in is more with the adults than it is with the kids, because like you say, with me coaching, the kids, they don't say anything about him cheating at all.
So they look at him as a local hero, a kid that got out of here, and I'll bet any of them who have met him probably love him. Because and if you met him, have you spent any time with him?
Yeah, I've met him a few times.
Am I wrong on him being pretty genuine?
No, he is.
Yeah.
Good guy. Talks to the kids. Everything. Even when he graduated, he was still. You know what I mean?
All the time.
Kids would come up to him and stuff, even before he even hit it big.
Yeah.
He was just the same person what he is then he is now.
That's beautiful. All right, man.
Thanks a lot.
Good to hear you. Thanks. All right. So is this a 2-3-2 format or is it 2-2-1-1-1? Do you know? Let me find a schedule on this thing, on the World Series, because why won't they give me the whole schedule? They're just giving me 2. Because I'm going to get you weather reports for what's going on. Do you know if the baseball is? Well, let's see, Tuesday at Philadelphia. So they're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday. It looks like it's 2-2-1-1-1. So they're going to play in Philadelphia next Tuesday and Wednesday. So the Tuesday forecast in Philly, I mean, you can't get any better than this in Philadelphia in November, can you? Tuesday, partly sunny near 70. In the evening, the low of 53. So you figure it'll be, upper 50s. Wednesday, high and sunny and a high near 68. And in the evening, the low of 49. So you figure mid-50s. So they're going to be playing this game in probably, the upper to mid-50s. I don't know that you can ask for anything more in Philadelphia in November, can you? Nope. So that's your weather. To Ray's point, when it gets really cold, it shouldn't get super cold. I mean, it'll be chilly. It's not going to be Scottsdale in March, but it'll be decent. All right, another hour of our work week here. 505-246-0610. We got NFL stuff to do as well. There's some injuries that you need to know about going into the NFL weekend. Want your thoughts on who's going to win the World Series? Make your call now. 505-246-0610. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, A. Marie, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
I'm Colleen Wolfe with NFL
Following
Network.
Sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am an Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with with green stuff. One scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough. Back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as
With
one man.
three-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Cindietta, and J.J. Buck.
All right, you're heading into a kind of a Halloween spooky weekend. You got big Halloween parties this weekend? You be going to like you got one? Are you dressing up? Do you have a costume? Are you a Halloween dresser upper? Sometimes.
When I used to bartend or if I'm performing on a certain show, I do it. But I like staying home and doing trick-or-treater stuff.
Right on.
I'm be watching football.
What's Monday night's game?
Dang it. I had it on the top.
I want to say it's the Browns or someone.
No.
Am I wrong?
It's Cincinnati and Cleveland.
Yeah.
It is.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
Yep. So you dress up as a dad?
I'll think of something.
Okay.
To go along with the Transformers.
All right.
I dress up as an agent.
This just came in courtesy of page 6 in the New York Post. Giselle Bundchen and Tommy's divorce is, I guess, now happening. Wow. She filed, so it's real. All that stuff you've been hearing is real. Do you care? I mean, look. If it's on page 6, it's always real, right? She's filed for divorce, 13 years of marriage. Right, whatever that means to you. That's really happening. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. We're talking the World Series. We're talking NFL football. I got injury reports for you coming up in the NFL this weekend. Who's playing? And I think there's a lot of who knows right now. Ezekiel Elliott not practicing all week. There was a report yesterday that he is not playing, and I told you about that report. He is saying he's going to try to play. They have a bye next week. They play the Bears. I'm going to guess if they don't shut him down, they certainly limit him, right?
Yes, that would be the smart thing to do in the situation with the bye upcoming. Is make sure you're healthy. Got a good rotation between the two. Tony Pollard, I know everyone wants him to be the number one running back. This good opportunity for him to take over the game, get Zeke right, continue with that duo.
All right, so that's where you are there. It looks like Lions' DeAndre Swift is going to be back. Your quarterback, Russell Wilson, stretched out his hammies.
It's all those high knees.
And did high knees up and down the plane all the way over to London. Was that just weird? I don't even know if it's weird that he's doing it. I mean, I'm trying to picture this plane on an 8-hour flight to London, and all these dudes crashed out, or a couple guys here watching video, and there's your guy, Mr. Positive.
Unlimited.
Yeah, Mr. Unlimited. Come on, guys, let's ride. Hey, Latavius, let's ride. What's up, Bradley? Hey, let's ride. And going up and down and just stretching out. And I mean, did 2 hours? Even if it happened, I kind of feel weird knowing about it.
It's Russell Wilson for you, man. He's cringe. He's got to let you know about it.
He is cringe, isn't he?
And that's your quarterback, Broncos country.
Let's ride. All right, he's playing, by the way. Feel better about that?
No.
You got to feel better about him playing than Brett Rippon. You don't feel better about that?
Because you want
to lose.
Daniel Hackett gone. I want to see the Broncos hit the reset button. This team in the offseason.
You getting up at 7:30 to watch that mess?
Yes.
Oh yeah, because you got a kid.
I have a choice.
But so my eyes open. I'm not gonna lie. Sunday mornings. Now I have a tea time. It's Sunday.
Woo! There we go.
But I don't know that I'm gonna. It's gonna be cold, man. But I do have a tea time, so maybe I get up and go do that and put it on the cart, put it on the Amazon.
Mm-hmm.
But then it's really hard to make fantasy football decisions when you're in the cart. I guess that's probably the best way to do it. Just go.
Set it and go.
Yeah, that's probably the
Set it and go.
All right. This is kind of big for the Monday night game. Jamar Chase not only out on Monday night, the number one receiver for the Bengals, is expected to miss 4 to 6 weeks. Hip injury. He didn't practice Thursday. It is a hip issue. They have Tyler Boyd. They have T. Higgins. They have Hayden Hurst. The Bengals feel like they've turned this thing around, don't they?
Absolutely.
Joe Burrow has been phenomenal the last couple of weeks. They beat the Saints last week. They've got the Falcons this week. I think that's significant for them. Now, does it slow them down? They get the Browns on Monday Night Football. I think it's a big deal.
It is. It's one of the best receivers in the game.
Yes.
And Jamar Chase, a big-time playmaker the last couple weeks. They're still going to be explosive because T. Higgins and Tyler Boyd can step up. They're not going to go away from allowing Joe Burrow to attack the field, but it takes away some of your explosiveness. I still think they're on a positive trajectory. I'd just be more concerned that is it something more? Because 4 to 6 weeks right now, right in the middle of the season, is it just, we're going to rest him and then he's going to fire it right back up?
Right? Yeah.
Because when he's firing it right back up is going to be the most crucial times when you're trying to solidify that playoff spot and get into the postseason.
Yeah, I think it could be. Let's not get him damaged anymore. We're in a good spot right now. We're playing well. Let's figure it out. We have spent what feels like weeks of time talking about the Packers receivers, and I think I have a weird feeling on this game. I have no reason to have a weird feeling on this game. Packers are going to Buffalo. They're 11.5-point dogs, right? I mean, everybody, and we all should think the Bills are going to beat them by 2 touchdowns plus, right? And when everybody's on one side, don't you kind of get a feeling you want to go the other way? But what's there to make you feel that Aaron Rodgers and this thing's going to turn around?
Bills win, Packers cover.
So you think it's going to be closer than
I'm with you.
Okay. There's just something here.
Because the Packers, they got it. Aaron Rodgers, they got to get over this wide receiver focus and realize
their defense
that
isn't good.
What you've invested a lot of those draft picks in is defensively. Can that unit figure it out? Because the Packers aren't built any differently than the Jets or the Cowboys on offense when we're talking about what is your style of play. If the defense plays better, they can turn it around because then you're less hyper-focused on not having a number one receiver. You got Aaron Jones and A.J. Dillon.
I was just going to say
they
that.
Make it work. Aaron Jones is good out of the backfield. You see the catches he made? It is there for the Packers to figure it out offensively, but it also comes down to that defense. If they're not playing good defense, they're going to be chasing games, focus on throwing the football, and this is what you get.
I was just going to say run Aaron Jones. It drives me up a wall. There's the take. There's the hot
Have
take.
an A.J. Dillon.
And A.J. Dillon for my fantasy football. For the love of gosh.
All right, so kind of what predicated me going here is they're going to be without their most trusted and really their most productive receiver in Allen Lazard. Lazard said yesterday that he is likely out for the game. He's got a left shoulder injury. That happened last week in the second half against Washington. So it's I think Randall Cobb's still there.
Yeah, he's just been hurt.
Well, he's always hurt.
He's Aaron's buddy, but get the running game going, and you could probably throw it to your rookie receivers. They're not that bad.
No, they better catch it.
It's ridiculous.
Romeo Doubs needs to hold on to the ball. Christian Watson's got a hamstring. He missed the past 2 games, but he did practice both days this week. So
what's the tight end? Tonyan? Yeah,
Robert
him too.
Tonyan. Yeah. Nope,
there you go.
He's been very,
Use him
very
for blocking too. Let's go.
Involved. But they've got to find guys.
Get your running game going.
I just got to
stop it.
I have no reason, JJ. There's no reason in the world. My eyes tell me. I mean, why would you be optimistic about what the Packers are doing? They're going to play the best team in football. Maybe. I mean, if you like the Eagles better, okay. But the Bills are playing at a level. The Bills are home. I think the Bills are coming off a bye week. Is that not right?
That is correct.
You know what I like about this?
What?
Tom Brady and Aaron Rodgers in a bad place right now and losing, besides my personal deal. It shows that it's not just the quarterback.
Well, nothing's just the quarterback, I don't
think.
think.
But some people, they're quick to blame.
No, but we hear it all the time, right? And that was the whole concept in San Francisco. It's just the quarterback. But is it?
Is it?
We heard it in Denver more than anywhere. Oh, that's just the quarterback. Just drop the quarterback, stir and serve. Now, there's plenty of situation where it's in large part the quarterback.
But you can win with a decent quarterback. You don't have to have an Aaron Rodgers.
You have to have a decent quarterback who's performing well. Yeah. Yeah. Look, show me a team that's winning with bad quarterback play.
No one's winning with bad quarterback play.
Right.
It's a good quarterback can help erase mistakes across your roster, can help get by with average coaching.
But can a
like good quarterback with great coaching get you
But these Hall of Fame quarterbacks losing.
Yeah, but I just
the Vikings.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
Absolutely, JJ.
So I think it's a couple of different things. I think to me the Buccaneers and the Packers are two different stories. Okay, the Buccaneers can't run the football, and
the Packers won't run the football,
and they won't run the football. But so Tommy's got weapons. I mean, if you told me right now Aaron Rodgers had Chris Godwin, Mike Evans to throw to, Julio Jones was out there yesterday.
Yeah, we saw him for a second.
Yeah, he scored a touchdown last night.
There we go.
If you told me Aaron Rodgers had those guys, how would you feel about the Packers with those three receivers?
Feel fantastic.
Wouldn't you?
Yeah.
So why don't you feel that way about the Buccaneers with Tommy? I'm just, and I know it's sacrilege, and I feel for Tommy with everything that's going on in his life. I think we're here. I just think we're here.
Well, that's why we've given Tampa Bay the benefit of the doubt up until this point. Is look who's there. They will figure it out.
Yeah, I don't know if they will. Now, they may make the playoffs because that division's so bad.
But they're not a team that right now you say, oh, they just need to take a step forward here. There's massive injuries.
Massive injuries.
In the secondary.
And
Shaquille Barrett,
yeah.
pass rusher, just lost for the season. And when you can't run the football, and Tom Brady can still make the throws, but you saw in the second half, he was uncomfortable. Everything is tight window. Every throw has to be perfect. I mean, even for the greatest quarterback of all time, when you don't have a run game, that's what it looks like.
I think that's right. And it's to the point on Rodgers then. Mm-hmm. You don't have a run game because you won't. And I think they do have two good running backs. Now, we all thought Leonard Fournette and the rookie, why am I forgetting the rookie's name?
Fournette, I think it's a combination of, is he struggling a bit? Yeah, but that's also...
They should be able
their
to run the damn
line.
ball.
They should be.
Don't you think? Now, they only tried to run the ball 15 times yesterday. Let me give you a difference. Yeah, Rashad Vaughn. Yeah. I'm sorry, Rashad White. Rashad White. Yeah. Rashad White. Let me give you the difference yesterday. And so this is where I don't know is, can they not run the ball or will they not run the ball? Tampa Bay, and this wasn't a blowout. They were playing from behind the second half, but they were up 10-3 at halftime. Tampa Bay ran, what's 44 and 15? 59 plays. Out of their 59 plays, they only ran the ball 15 times. Now, I don't know if that means they can't or they won't. They had 44 yards rushing. Let me contrast that for you. The Baltimore Ravens won the game last night. They ran, 33 and 38? 71 plays. Wow, 71-59. They ran 71 plays, 33 rushes. They ran the ball for 231 yards.
Jeez.
231 yards on the ground in an NFL game. Versus 44. Lamar Jackson himself, the quarterback for Baltimore, had 43 yards rushing, almost outgained Tampa Bay's rushing. Now, I don't know if it's they won't or they can't, JJ. But to your point, they have to, because that guy can't sit back there at 45 years old and expect him to throw 44 times a game and continue to win. And especially now with a beat-up, depleted defense.
Damn, the time of possession was crazy, too. The Ravens had the ball for 39 minutes versus the Bucs at almost 22.
Because they ran the damn ball all night.
Crazy.
Because they ran it down their throat. Sometimes I think time of possession is totally overrated, but in this situation, I think it tells a story.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you guys are dead on with
But
this.
also, Tampa Bay led 10-3 at halftime.
They led 10-3
blocked
at
the
halftime.
kick going into half.
So why the hell didn't they run the damn
That's
football?
what I'm saying. They weren't playing from behind.
I think right now the answer is they can't for that team.
And that might be right.
Must be nice.
What do you mean?
So, give them the benefit of the doubt.
Well, I mean, but that might be the answer. We just can't. All right, 505-246-0610. Pick your winner in the World Series. You can get in on the NFL. So I still got more NFL news for you. Should they play on grass or should they play on turf? Now all of a sudden that's become an issue. Grass versus turf again. And then the Cowboys this weekend. against the Bears, and what do you expect out of Dak, and do they open it up a little bit? Business owners, you get it. Computers, network, remote access, it's all vital to your business and how your business operates. But now, hackers threaten everything about your business. ABQ IT provides state-of-the-art cyber security, which more and more business owners realize is a necessary part of protecting your data. ABQ IT created a business, a whole business model that gives you peace of mind, knowing that your system is secure. They watch for any activity that is malicious. They protect your operation and keep it working efficiently, and they do it at one predictable monthly cost. So do you currently get several bills you got to deal with? One from the internet provider, one from a cybersecurity company, another every time you need to buy new equipment? With ABQ IT, there is no hourly rate or labor billing, no hidden fees, no out-of-scope charges. Your rate will be predictable. It will not change. You pay one monthly bill, and you're going to save money and be more secure and more efficient. So business owners, this is easy. Get a free assessment. Get a hold of ABQ IT, and don't worry about your computer problems again. ABQ IT is the official provider for the New Mexico Raptors Hockey Club for IT. Visit abq-it.com. That's abq-it.com.
This
Cheshire will set Chris Moore one more time. And the block did the job. Blocked by Carpenter. Kept up. Tough angle. Macias. No, it's dumped over instead by Kirkland. Cheshire. She'll set Chris Moore again. She's blocked again. Carpenter. Cheshire. Chris Moore. Another swing. This time she'll dump it over. Cheshire. She'll set in the middle for Carpenter. And she puts it away. That was the longest rally of the set, and it still goes to the Huskies. 24-14. Set point, Huskies.
But it falls right to the feet of St. Pius. Opportunity here. Vaughn. Spinaroonie. Shot. Score. 1941. Leo Vaughn gets a second.
Culpepper. He's got Cordova again, and Brody Whitaker blows that play up so fast from the edge.
For Babinski. Babinski shut up in a goal.
Tries to dummy it through. It's loose. Opportunity. And it worm burns in.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore. Yes! The freshman connects again. Coverage. Oh, what a catch! See you later. Turn off the lights. Goodbye, baby. Touchdown.
Pardon me for Lozano. This time, Culpepper. He's got a man. Caught. It's again Tommy Lopez. Lopez breaks a man. And Lopez not stopped at the 3 this time. Tommy Lopez, he's got a huge touchdown.
it up. Great protection. Going for a home run ball down the middle of the field. It's underthrown. Oh, what a catch! A catch and run for the touchdown for Treyon Williams.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit.
Lobo's dropping down to Division 2. But just getting a pulse, some people are kind of fired up about the World Series. You know, you go into the FM program director's office, and he's a big Phillies fan, and he's fired up. And then you go down the hall, and there's an Aggie fan that's kind of fired up about maybe win another game. And and then everybody's talking NFL. We got the Broncos for you 7:30 in the morning on Sunday. JJ will be up because Austin will be up.
So will I.
So will Abe Marie. I'll be up too because I can't sleep anymore. But I'll turn it on and try to sleep. But I won't. Ohio State says, tell us, Jeff, what does that mean for A. Marie's show? So what does your show look like on Saturday? Are you on?
So this is great. This is a great question. Yeah. So once every couple of weeks, there's going to be a college football game instead of my show, but you'll be able to catch my show in podcast form on our website.
Okay.
If my show's not playing, go to the website.
sportsanimalabq.com.
Boom.
Yeah. All right. More from your input on the email, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Omar says, Omar's agonizing decision, Jeff. The Squealers or the Eagles? Can they both lose? Being a Dallas Cowboy fan for life, I cannot cheer for the Steelers, even if it might help us. Go Eagles. It's from Omar. Okay. I'm down. Can we talk about Kanye? No, not really.
Why? Don't even get it. No, don't even delete.
Right?
Move on.
Let me hit the text line real quick. NMSU commissioned a study regarding dropping the FCS. It wasn't pretty. Right. Like, this isn't happening. Somebody else said, Division II versus Eastern, Western, and Highlands. Is that who you want to play? No, nobody wants that. JJ, this says, what is the ceiling for Shy Magruder this season? I'm hoping she has a big year. It's from Ronnie. Shy Magruder, the super senior who took advantage of her COVID year, could be a star for Lobo women's basketball. You get your first look at the Lobo women and men tomorrow at the Pit. JJ, of course, the voice of Lobo women's basketball. So there's a question for you.
Well, for the preseason first team all-conference player in Shy Magruder, it's to hit the level again, and I think getting close to averaging a double-double every game is there. Like averaging a double-double. You know, she averaged 14.2 points, 7.2 rebounds last year. So her ceiling is, I think she's kind of at it. And when she's locked in, she's really good, athletic, attacking off the dribble, bringing a presence defensively. Even a couple more rebounds. 14 points, 8-9 rebounds per game. Good year.
Yeah, They have an opportunity to do something special this year.
And I think you could even see her have the highest scoring average of her career because the offense is going to look a little bit different. They're going to play fast. They're still going to shoot threes, but there's less three-point shooters in the lineup. So I believe we're going to see some more dribble drive action, getting downhill, maybe some more post touches. So she could be, maybe even 16, 17 points per game.
All right. That all starts tomorrow. You can watch them out at the Pit. I got more NFL news for you. You can get in at 505-246-0610. We're talking about Allen Lazard probably being out, Zeke maybe being out, the Kadarius Toney trade. What does that do to Kansas City. Ravens 27, Bucks 22 last night. Tommy, I mean, what a tough run for Tommy right now. First time in his career, he's been 3 wins and 5 losses. His 305-game streak of not losing 3 in a row came to an end, and this morning it's just breaking everywhere. It's everybody's headline that Giselle filed for divorce. So it's like you can't get away from it. I'm not asking to feel sorry for him. Maybe you do, maybe you don't. I don't know. But I'm just telling you, that dude looks a lot different than he normally does, doesn't he?
Yes,
Life
he does.
wears on you. Let me ask you this, because I'm going to tell you, I think we're just here. I think Father Time's finally tapping on his shoulder. Okay, I just think we're finally here. Reality's hitting it at 45. You've all been through trials and tribulations in your life. You two haven't been through divorce. I have. It just beats you up. Okay, when there's kids involved, Lord knows how intricate their stuff's going to be because there's so much involved monetarily, plus the kids, plus the emotion, plus everything. I'm just telling you, it affected my performance, my professional, like every aspect of my life, because you're always thinking about it. And I know it's part of being a professional, go to work, do your job. But I also know that it's part of being a human being. Do you think everything that's going on, and now that it's out there that she did file and that all the rumors that we've been believing are true, do you think that that's having some sort of, because I do. I think it's having some sort of effect on what's going on there with him as a football player. I don't know how it can't.
That is impossible to answer. Is it affecting him as a human being? Absolutely. Is that why things are off in the passing game? Is it that maybe he's just not as focused as he needs to be? Does that also play into the fact that he's doing more things away from the football team as well? Like
I think one leads to another, to the other, to the other.
Like
right?
You got this weighing on you, your life.
And
then, oh, I'm Tom Brady, so I can go to a wedding and miss a Saturday. I can do this. And
so you and I tend to disagree sometimes on exterior stuff, right? Like all stuff going on, does that mean you're thinking about that when you're going to make a tackle? And it doesn't. But I think there's a reason for preparation. There's a reason for all this over and over, the repetition for the cycle, right? There's a reason you have camp and you have mini camps and you have meetings and walkthroughs. It's all preparation. But you guys, I'm just going to tell you, as a human being, when you're going through something like this, and especially if it's something he doesn't want. Now, I don't know if that's the case. Can I read you his Instagram post? Have you seen it yet?
No.
All right. This is Tommy's Instagram post this morning. In recent days, my wife and I finalized our divorce from one another after 13 years of marriage. We arrived at this decision amicably and with gratitude for the time we spent together. We are blessed with beautiful and wonderful children who will continue to be the center of our world in every way. We will continue to work together as parents to always ensure they receive the love and attention they deserve. We arrived at this decision to end our marriage after much consideration. Doing so is, of course, painful and difficult, like it is for many people who go through the same thing every day around the world. However, we wish only the best for each other as we pursue whatever new chapters in our lives are yet to be written, and we kindly ask for privacy and respect as we navigate what is to come in the days and weeks ahead. Thank you. Okay? So that, I mean, it all that does, and I'm not playing gossip monger here. I hate that mess. It just validates all the rumors. And I don't know, man. I just, especially if, and this is where I hate playing the game, but especially if the final straw was him coming out of retirement and playing this last season, which everybody feels to be speculating, right? It feels like he retired, right? And then he came out of retirement. He spent those 11 days away. She and him went to Bahamas to try and evidently reconcile and save this thing. Every rumor is that she was unhappy, that it was time for him to pull his weight in the marriage, that you know, you're 45, stop playing football, come home. Feels like he went and wanted to do his thing, and that was the final straw. If all that's weighing on him, I'm just telling you, as a human being, I think it plays a part.
It has to creep in a little bit overall. Just when you're so in sport, that game plan at the highest level, everything is so set on the preparation. This is how you get from A to B, then to get to C.
The mental part of the game.
Yeah. And you would even think that someone like Tom Brady would be, Teflon enough to not have it creep in. I think there's a lot of team struggles.
Yeah, I think that too.
Do you feel about this anyway, that any quarterback was going through a divorce?
Yeah, I would feel that way about any quarterback who's going
like
through
no matter
this,
their level, whether they're the one who sucks or the one winning 7 Super Bowls.
So I would think they're all human beings. Now I think it affects everybody differently, but but honestly, probably not that differently. I think when it's that and especially if you throw in that piece where this happened because I came back to play. And that, it's kind of if he didn't want it. And this is the part we don't know. But even so, just going through the battle, the negotiations, you get this, I get this. When do we get the kids? When do I see the kids? When you knew it was, I'm going home to see my kids every night. And now it's, when am I going to see my kids? I'm out of town this weekend. Is this my weekend? Is it their weekend? Is it my night? Is it her night? All that stuff, man. I'm just telling you, as a dad who's been divorced for 14 years and thinking about even today. When I want to see my kid and she's with her mom and or it's her weekend and not my weekend or whatever, that stuff weighs on you. And this is fresh and plus losing, plus father time knocking on your shoulder. I don't know.
So he gets like an asterisk or an excuse?
No, it's an excuse.
I appreciate that you're humanizing him.
I'm not making excuses for it. I'm just saying I think that plays part of it. And the only reason I'm bringing it up is because he put this out this morning. He acknowledged that everything is happening.
And that's unfortunate. That sucks. But that's what you take as a public figure. But it's none of our business either.
Yeah, no, but he put it out.
No, I know.
He put it out. So we've never talked about his divorce until today when he put it out and explained it. This is the first time on this program we've talked about it in any depth, right? Mm-hmm. And that's why I'm getting into it a little bit. I as a human being who's been through that, I do have a little empathy for that. That's all. And I think that plays into some of the performance issues.
We've seen, absolutely. I agree with you on that.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. All right, 505-246-0610.
You know who called.
Do I? Do I need to look? Oh, okay.
You gave out the bat signal.
Did I? Right.
Of his love affair.
Fair enough. We'll go to the phones and get you more correspondence next. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
This Sunday at 7:30 a.m. in the morning, it's football at Wembley Stadium.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Everguard Roofing and Solar. For nearly 20 years, Everguard Roofing and Solar has been working with New Mexicans to enhance their homes and businesses. For all your roofing and solar needs in New Mexico, call 505-821-9543.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Hey, Marie, you asked a great question. Is this fair for everybody? Would I feel this way about everybody? And the answer is yes. You brought up something. We're talking about Tom Brady and what he's going through in his life, and does that have any effect on how he's playing? And JJ, A. Marie just said, I've known players who've lost parents or siblings or people who have passed away. I think that's absolutely analogous. That life affects how you perform professionally. It's just as humans, and they're like America's power couple, right? Like when a tight end for the Kansas City Chiefs or something loses a brother, yeah, it sucks. But and then you read the headline and that's it. I got a text from one of our listeners. I don't know if we can tell you who it is. It says, I've been through it twice. I have 4 children. It, in capital letters, it messes up your mind. Can't sleep, scatterbrain. What's next? Of course he's distracted. He needs to step back for his own sanity. This is my opinion. And then he says, I love both of my exes, just in a different way. Yeah, anybody who's been through it, man, you get it. You get it. Edward, good morning.
That was a good text. Thanks for the bat signal. But was it in the movie Batman where they say, if a hero stays around long enough, he becomes the villain? People will villainize you at some point, which I don't think this is the case here. It's just an interesting observation. Divorce, I wouldn't wish upon anybody. There's already enough people in life rooting against you, so now is an opportunity for people that don't like Brady to demonstrate schadenfreude, which succinctly is described as taking pleasure in other people's misfortune. Now, having said that, divorce for any person is a death emotionally, spiritually, psychologically, could be financially. It's a death, right, in many capacities. And it's very sad. And, I root for people in that capacity. I hope goodness for people. Now, regarding the point maybe that him coming back out of retirement was the final straw, when people get divorced, we're a summation of our decisions, and that happens over time. So there was probably turbulent waters or truculent waters in that marriage in many degrees or some degrees, and maybe that was the last straw. But it's never definitively defined by one singular point.
I think that
could have been the final straw.
I'm going to make
could have been the final straw.
Yeah, let me
Go
make
ahead, Jeff.
one because I think you're right. It's as traumatic. Death, though, right? Death happens, whether it's sudden or prolonged. Death happens. That's final, and then you figure out how to move on. Divorce lingers and lingers and lingers, and when you have kids, it doesn't end.
No, you're right, and then that person still exists. There's kind of a finality as you go through the shock, anger, denial, acceptance, bargaining stages of grief. When somebody dies, you get through that process, but when the other person's still around, it's different. I completely agree. Now, people that are sequestered or succumb, are really repetitious and are successful in what they've done, when they go through the divorce and they work their way through it, they're going to lean more into who they are. The reason I say that is Brady's going to play more. He might step away temporarily, but he has to be who he is inherently, and what he is the greatest football player in the history of the league.
Yeah, but he's
and
got
what has made
that
him
Fox
successful.
deal. See, he can continue football, and he's got that Fox deal and all that money waiting for him. I think he runs to that next, and he should.
Jeff, so you're right, and so we're 16 months removed from him winning the Super Bowl. Last year, I think he was number 3 in the MVP voting, and he's completely distracted. Probably all of last year they were distracted. Now, Father Time is a huge factor. I think I'm going to throw this out there, I think he's going to be the quarterback of the San Francisco 49ers next year. Yeah. That's what I think.
I think that's possible.
And his goal is to walk off with another Super Bowl victory, which low probability it'll happen. But it's interesting as it unfolds. But just a very quick point on Marty. As great as Marty's call was a few weeks ago about the local state of the program, and as bad as his call yesterday was about the Kobe situation versus LeBron, today he was accurate. When I was in Las Cruces a few weeks ago, Jeff, I didn't go to the game, but I walked around campus, and it's a comparable, right? There was such a great vibe there. Yeah. Where that stadium's positioned in Las Cruces, in Albuquerque, that's just a bad corridor. Crime, it's dilapidated, and I'm not knocking Albuquerque. It's just a fact.
How come people go to Isotopes games and United games at that same spot, and they go in pretty good numbers and Lobo basketball games and don't seem to have a problem?
Maybe because of the product, right? I guess maybe you have to draw that correlation. So I think there's opportunities, but it was a good call. So, Marty, I give him credit. He's got some really good calls and kind of a really bad one yesterday, but it's okay. I love Marty's calls. Have a great weekend.
See you.
Thanks for taking my perspective. Enjoy, you guys.
All right. So there's something to it. But do people go to Isotopes games, United matches, Lobo basketball in that same spot? There's something to that about building that area up and aesthetically making it better. I just don't think that's the answer. I think it can be part of the answer. But, all right, interesting stuff. You want to take this final break of the week? Stick around if you're there, 505-246-0610 on the phones. We'll wrap this thing up strong. It's been an interesting work week here on the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We fight the battles no one hears about.
We drop into the middle of firefights to rescue others.
And act as one-man air traffic control towers.
We're the ones who go before all others.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force Special Warfare, contact me at the number listed below.
U.S. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Dream Star Stucco. Stucco is the way to go. The South Southwest tradition, beautiful and durable, the perfect combination. Your favorite color, your favorite texture, you're gonna love it when they put it all together. Through any weather, nothing looks better. From the smooth to the rough, they really know their stuff. Nobody does stucco like Dream Style Stucco.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
As a mom, I try to make the best choices for my family and our health. That's why I choose Western Sky Community Care. It's a Medicaid plan with quality health coverage and special benefits like Boys and Girls Club membership credit, additional dental benefits, and wellness and support programs. I decide which Medicaid plan is right for us. I choose Western Sky Community Care.
Learn more about Western Sky Community Care by visiting discoverwesternsky.com today.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Hi everyone, my name is Master Sergeant Jacob Groves. I am a Air Force Special Warfare Pararescueman. Air Force Special Warfare are proud supporters of ProView Network and New Mexico Youth Sports. Air Force Special Warfare operators are critical thinkers. They maintain a high level of fitness, they take initiative, and they don't quit. For more information on Air Force...
As Friday, hugs to Addie, Austin, Baloo, and all other family members. May y'all have a great and safe weekend. Enjoy it. World Series, got the Astros in 5. Grew up, my birthday, first week of October, so back then that's when the World Series was, and it was played during the day. A couple of times I got to play hooky to stay home and watch it. We did talk one teacher into letting us watch the Miracle Mets. Back then it was 1st through 6th grade was elementary, and whatever we had to do, homework or whatever, and they brought in the TV to watch them. Then what it changed is to your birthday, Jeff. And now it's going to be November for World Series. Who knows what it was? The Phillies, great plan, spend a fortune of money, and just wait until Major League Baseball expanded playoffs enough to let them in. So that was good for them. Weekly wrap-up. I did like Monday. I like autographs. Occasionally I'll pull out one of my baseballs with Duke Snider's autograph.
That's cool.
Don't care about the value. It's just the memories of when I got it, filling in as Fat Boy 50-some years ago. And then also when JJ and kid shows when you have 2 kids, they can go different ways. My son used to love watch Hey Arnold, Football Head. And then my daughter, by the age of 6, wanted to watch Law and Order. So we had them go in different directions. Tommy Boy, life's tough when your whole old line is kind of gone, but he did look old last night. Not unfortunately. I was watching my son's game on the internet, coaching at North Shore, and they're playing against a kid that was 375 pounds, was the D tackle on the other high school team. I guess he's committed to play at Texas A&M. But then I saw the second half, and I was like, oh, Tommy, you look old.
Yep.
Memories are there. When it comes to families, I always use the song Cats in the Cradle as a reference.
Such a good one.
I couldn't be at Bullhead and Bernalillo at the same time when one was playing soccer and one was playing Yapple. You do your best you can, and you just want to let them know you care and all that. So you guys have a great weekend. Like I said, I always appreciate the show and letting me call in.
Yeah,
you
thanks.
guys take care.
Cats in the Cradle. I remember the first time that song kind of hit home to me. You know that song? Kind of the story of, basically you're growing up and, when you're coming home, Dad, I don't know when, but we'll get together then. And then he grows up and Dad wants him to hang out. And, yeah, Dad, no, I'll come by. And then the kid gets busy and you don't have time for Dad. And it's life, man. The Cat in the Cradle, man. I remember the first time it hit home, I remember thinking, oh, God, I remember when my dad didn't have time for me. And now I don't have as much time as I want to hang out with my dad. Now my dad's gone. And I'm like, whoa. No, Cats in the Cradle's life. Like, if you ever listen to that song, that song's life. What's up, George?
Yes. How are you today?
Good, George. How you living?
Great. As far as attendance, I got season tickets, just a pair, and I went to the UTEP game, and we needed a couple extra tickets, and so we can buy some, and the cheapest general admission ticket was $21, and there's no children tickets anymore. So, I mean, for a lower income family or something, you're talking about like $120 to $140 by the time you say 4 people, parking, and then a few snacks. And so I think the administration is part of the problem. Also, I looked at LSU when we played them. They had $10 tickets available. I'm sure they're in the nosebleed, but I think the administration is a little bit greedy on the prices.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Thank you.
Thanks, George. That one's interesting. So I know they run, and people always ask me, JJ, and I'm sure you get this too, how much are tickets? And you're like, I do have some season tickets that we use, but as far as how much are tickets to a game, and I don't always know. It's interesting because there's all these great deals going on season tickets. I'm going to assume that there's great deals on individual tickets as well. But what he's saying is, yeah, that's just not how it is. I guess I don't know enough about that. Here, I'm going to find tickets right now for the San Diego State game. So if I go on site right now, North End Zone, so there's $16 tickets right now. So, George, if you want general admission, North End Zone, $16 tickets. If you want to sit at the 50-yard line, they're $25. If you want to go above the walk, there's some for $20. But to his point, should there be some $10 tickets? Probably.
Yes.
Yeah. For Lobo football, there probably should be. Now, where should those be? Probably in the North End Zone. Look, I'm not going to sit here and tell you how to price your product. That's not my job. It's not fair for me to do that. But there's always seems to be discounted tickets somewhere. And to his point, JJ, he could have gone out to Albertsons on a Friday, right?
I'll be there today with BV.
Where are you going?
Albertsons on Lomas and Montebo.
Boy, you keep going up to the Heights, huh? How come JJ didn't have to go all the way up there?
UNM doesn't like the West Side. That's all it is. Lobos are totally just
that's my
cutting
old
the city
hood,
in half.
Those are my old stomping grounds.
They're not welcoming in the people from the west side of this city.
That's where I grew
it's a
up.
huge problem.
Come see your girl.
So you'll be out there from at 11 o'clock?
11 to noon. Me and my friend BV.
And that's today?
Yeah.
And you're giving out Lobo tickets for the
people
San Diego
go to
State
Albertsons
game.
on the west side.
Ticket. JJ, we hear you, man, and I think you know some people. Tickets and T-shirts while supplies last. I'm emphasizing that.
So 11 o'clock.
Yes.
Albuquerque,
not Albuquerque time.
Yeah, no,
11
that's
a.m.
right. Flat
And they
out
go,
11.
and I heard they go like fast. Mandy said, quick.
On Lomas and Juan Tabo.
Yes.
Were you going to see me?
No, yeah, which I don't need to do that.
¿Por qué no?
Because
It's okay in
I
español.
don't speak Spanish.
¿Por qué no?
I'm not going to be that person.
Yeah, actually, I went to this event yesterday with the APS Foundation. It was at Harrison Middle School yesterday, and watched these presentations. They had this great mariachi choir band, and then the students presented what was going on at school, and it was bilingual, and it was awesome. It was so cool, and I understood un poquito en español. It was good. That was really good. All right, so Phillies in nobody. We all have Astros. You and me have them in 6.
I have the
JJ's
Phillies
got them in
winning
7.
the first one.
All right, you got the Phillies tonight.
Tonight.
Aggies at UMass tomorrow.
Picking the Aggies.
You laying the 1.5?
Yes.
I kind of love that. Is that wrong that I like that
Jerry
so much?
killing it.
So are you concerned about kind of what happened with FIU? It's up to 2. Are you concerned about the Aggies going all the way across the country to beautiful Massachusetts? No? You got the Aggies tomorrow? Or you on UMass?
Minutemen.
Really? Why? What do you know about them? Name me 2 Minutemen.
I know that they're 2 struggling football programs
and one's at
playing
home.
a coin flip game.
Yeah, fair enough. All right, thank you for the week. This was a solid contextual week. Is contextual a word? Can I make it a word? Go see A. Marie and BV today at Albertsons on Juan Tabo and Lomas at 11 o'clock. Get T-shirt and Lobo tickets. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd after that. 2 Men On comes your way at 4. We're back Monday with award-winning radio starting at 7 a.m. A. Marie, great week. Enjoy the weekend.
Thank you.
Adrian, terrific job. The show looks great. Have a great weekend. I know it's a big weekend for you.
Huge.
Enjoy it. Catch JJ tomorrow right here on the Sports Animal with Lobo Women's Basketball. Get out to the pit as well and see that. Be good to each other, please. Have a great, safe weekend. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We will smell you on Monday.
Attention.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore one more time. And the block did the job. Blocked by Carpenter. Kept up. Tough angle. Macias. No, it's dumped over instead by Kirkland. Cheshire. She'll set Chris Moore again. She's blocked again. Carpenter. Cheshire. Chris Moore. Another swing. This time she'll dump it over. Cheshire. She'll set in the middle for Carpenter. And she puts it away. That was the longest rally of the set, and it still goes to the Huskies. 24-14. Set point. Huskies.
But it falls right to the feet of St. Pius. Opportunity here. Vaughn. Spinaroonie. Shot. Score! 1941. Leo Vaughn gets a second.
Culpepper. He's got Cordova again. And Brody Whitaker blows that play up so fast from the edge.
Babinski shut up in a goal.
Devaney tries to dummy it through. It's loose. Opportunity. And it worm burns in.
Cheshire will set Chris Moore. Yes! The freshman connects again.
Good job forward. Out in front. Okay, Rayner with the shot. She's got another opportunity here. Can she cross? She's behind the goalkeeper. Out in front and goal! Katie Rayner. She fights and she fights and she fights and she scores. Stop the clock for the official.
Smith, single coverage. Oh, what a catch! See you later. Turn off the lights. Good.
We would like to. We would.